Being charged with felony discharge of a firearm.
The state is further alleging aggravating factors on counts 1 and 2 because the defendant is believed to have targeted Charlie Kirk based on Charlie Kirk's political expression and did so knowing that children were present and would witness the homicide.
Gray says he will seek the death penalty. CBS's Anna Schechter reports Robinson will make a virtual court appearance later today, and his alleged confession could be key.
Even though he's not cooperating with investigators, they can use that message coupled with DNA evidence, other information like the fact that his father said that he acknowledged being the one that pulled that trigger.
FBI Director Kash Patel was before lawmakers today, where some of the questions focused on the investigation into Kirk's killing. CBS's Nicole Killian on Capitol Hill says there were also questions about the ouster of top officials at the FBI.
Director Patel has defended his handling of the agency, pointing to significant decreases in violent crime and homicides, also citing some of the work that the agency has done here in D.C. and other cities to try to bring crime rates down.
New Jersey Senator Cory Booker wasn't satisfied with Patel's answers.
We know this is one of the few people we have seen in leadership positions, him and the deputy director, have no experience, none, zero, in the FBI whatsoever.
Israel says its all-out offensive in Gaza City began today, as Robert Berger reports from Jerusalem.
There is major bombing going on right now by the Israelis of Gaza City, but it's still going to take time for troops to move in. There are still hundreds of thousands of Palestinian civilians in Gaza City.
President Trump is heading to London for a state visit. CBS's Vicki Barker.
He and First Lady Melania will be greeted by Prince William and wife Kate, then formally welcomed by King Charles and Queen Camilla, with gun salutes and royal fanfare culminating in a white tie state banquet.
There is heavy security in place. Oscar-winning director and actor Robert Redford has died. He was 89, known for films like All the President's Men and Out of Africa.
When did you learn to fly?
Yesterday.
Redford later went on to found the Sundance Institute and the Sundance Film Festival. On Wall Street, stocks are lower. This is CBS News.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
New information on an alleged assault at a city-sanctioned homeless camp. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. No major issues to report. This is what we're looking at. North 5 is thinning out, but still backed up from Albro to the West Seattle Bridge. South Center to Seattle, plan on 20 minutes. South 5 is filling in between Northgate and the Ship Canal Bridge. Linwood to Seattle, also a 20-minute drive. Our lake bridges are wide open. North 405 through Renton, still slow from South Center up to the VMAX. South Center to Bellevue is a half-hour commute. Seattle to Federal Way, looking good, taking 25 minutes. Tacoma to Olympia is a 40-minute drive. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. Tomorrow, prosecutors expect to file charges against the man suspected of assaulting a 5-year-old girl at Seattle's 10 City 3. Casey McNerthney with the King County Prosecutor's Office says they're waiting for more information from Seattle police.
It's possible that they refer a child molestation or they may refer rape of a child. We'll see what we get from Seattle police on Wednesday.
Both he and the girl live at the sanctioned homeless camp. A 10 City resident who initially called police reported the girl was 9, but the child's mother confirms she is 5. The suspect is being held on $750,000 bail. 2 women along Aurora Avenue North flagged down Seattle cops saying they were accosted by armed men wearing clown masks. Detective Brian Pritchard.
We don't know what their intentions were. The victims felt those 2 suspects were trying to abduct them.
Police pulled over the suspect's vehicle. They did find masks, guns, and extended magazines inside. Officers arrested a 19-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy on suspicion of felony harassment. A house fire in Everett leaves 1 man dead and a second critically wounded. Crews rescued an elderly man from a second-floor bedroom. Jose Alfredo Gonzalez Guzman tells KIRO 7 TV he and his brother tried to save a man trapped on the first floor.
It was really sad because the person that we tried to help is the one that ended up been there, so it was sad.
No cause for that fire yet. Comcast is suing Washington State over a new tax on digital advertising. The company tells the Washington State Standard that the tax unfairly targets internet ads while exempting traditional ones like TV, radio, and billboards. The law is set to take effect October 1st and is expected to raise over $1 billion. But if Comcast wins its lawsuit, it could blow a $475 million hole in the state budget. Pickleball players, time to reset your clocks. Seattle is cutting court hours. Seattle Parks and Recreation says games must wrap up at 7 p.m. instead of 10 at Gilman Playground, Laurelhurst Playfield, and Mount Baker Park. Neighbors had repeatedly complained about noise. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunshine today with highs in the mid-80s. It's 75 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News. It's the all-new Jake and Spike Show on KIRO Newsradio.
Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, September 16th.
It is Tuesday.
Boy, time melts away when we jump into the
really
studio
does,
here.
doesn't it? Boy, I've never been happier. The great news. The news is I heard Heather in the update.
I didn't catch it.
Every problem in Seattle is fixed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you heard that.
That's nice.
Everybody get down to pickleball noise.
Yes.
I mean, everything else is done.
They've solved every problem in Seattle. Every problem solved.
Happy day.
Good job, Seattle. Well done. A-okay, gang. All right, we got a lot of stuff to get to, Spike. We got to jump into first things first here. We've been waiting to hear about these charges in the assassination of Charlie Kirk just last week, and the Utah County Attorney has finally come forward and delivered the charges. The Utah County Attorney is a guy by the name of, he's a prosecutor in Provo. I don't have the name here, so something Gray. Here we go. Yeah, Prosecutor Gray. I don't know the name. I don't know the first name.
It's okay.
He is charging him with aggravated murder. Could be the death. They are going to be seeking the death penalty.
It's a capital punishment state. Yeah.
Capital punishment state. They're one of 27 states who still have capital punishment, and they haven't brought a capital punishment case in Utah since 2008. Obviously, this is a very, very big deal. We do have a little bit of audio here, and this is from the press conference which they just had a few minutes ago.
The day after the shooting, Robinson.
And this is detailing. I should set this up. This is the prosecuting attorney detailing the sequence of events which led to the charge, Tyler Robinson, who we were not naming the other day when it was initially happening, and then now the charges have been filed, and the fact that it would be very confusing to talk about this case without saying this guy's name. But the prosecutor laid out the sequence of events which led to his parents turning him in.
Right.
And listen to this. This is just the amount of evidence that they had against this guy. I mean, this feels like an open and shut case. Washington Post was reporting in one of the chat groups that he was on, literally admitting to it in the Washington Post story that I was reading. So here was the prosecutor just a few minutes ago.
The day after the shooting, Robinson's mother saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought the shooter looked like her son. Robinson's mother called her son and asked him where he was. He said he was at home sick and that he had also been at home homesick on September 10th. Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members.
Again, this is Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray just a few minutes ago.
But especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding an event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him the surveillance image of the suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that police suspected the shooter used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Robinson. Robinson implied that he planned to take his own life. Robinson's parents were able to convince him to meet at their home. As they discussed the situation, Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate.
Speaking of the gun, the reason that it was so unique, the gun was unique because it was a gift from his grandpa. Listen to this.
Remember how he was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke, all right. I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K dollar scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again, delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN, not answering.
Can you believe all this evidence they have? I mean, it seems like it's completely open and shut. You have video, you have his parents turning him in, you have the possible confession, which the Washington Post talked about.
Yeah, any gray areas of this guy's involvement, actions, it seems to be put to rest.
And he's not cooperating. He's not cooperating.
His parents are. His partner is. Whatever, how he would like to refer to the roommate, love interest.
The roommate. We have some audio about the text exchange with the roommate, and also this is just amazing. Listen to this.
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following exchange.
I want to pause on that note real fast. I've read some reports about this note, and also the fact that they said that the note is no longer able to be found. They said it was destroyed, but they have this picture of it. I'm not sure why the note would have gotten destroyed, or it sounds like maybe, I mean, I'm just speculating, but it sounds like that was evidence that maybe they thought, let's get this out of here, but let's get a picture of it. And was it the roommate who took the picture? I could only assume if it was left for the boyfriend or whoever he is.
I would think.
This is unbelievable. The other part about this, I just want to slow this down for just a half second. As you're listening to all this, all these people in this person's life having to confront this reality as the world is searching for this guy. They didn't have any clue of any of this before it happened. I mean, they must have, because that's not a normal jump that you make. You see somebody who looks vaguely like your son on a security cam footage that's kind of grainy, and then the husband and wife, can you imagine that exchange where they had to say to each other, I think that looks like our son.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't fathom.
I can't even fathom that.
As a parent, there's no way to wrap your brain around that scenario.
There must have been some conversations that happened beforehand that surprised them to the extent where they were worried for him.
It sounds like his life evolved, his proclivities evolved to his interaction with his roommate, who became his partner, that he made his parents aware of, that drove a division between he and his family. And that from what I'm hearing from this evidence gathered by the Utah prosecutor.
Yeah, clearly a difference of opinion.
Well, not just difference of opinion, but a difference of lifestyle, a difference of I don't know if priorities is not the right word, but so there was the rift between family and the assassin widened. So when you ask, how can you not see these kind of things coming? It seems to me, and I've been watching this story develop for a week now, and we asked the question: how does someone become this monster who could take a life to solve
who could start where he gets a full academic scholarship to a good college
in a loving, supporting family? It seems like every opportunity was laid at his feet.
Every opportunity. His
Right.
family don't seem like monsters.
Right.
A veteran sheriff, seems like a great mom, posting photos and videos of their loving kids on trips.
Absolutely.
Goes away to college for one semester and then drops out. Now, that's a very abnormal thing to do for somebody who had a 4.0 in high school, who gets a full academic scholarship, a nearly perfect ACT score, who then goes to college for one semester and just something happens.
Yeah, but he then, from what I've understood from the information's been shared, he then transitioned to like a technical college to learn a trade as opposed to an academic pursuit. And that's not so uncommon.
No, it is. I would say it is uncommon.
Well, okay.
It's uncommon for somebody who has a full ride scholarship. It's not like he was hurting for money and couldn't afford college.
If you figure, and this is a sidebar, and I appreciate your points of view. If you decide you get into an academic situation and say, I don't want to do this, I'd like to just work with my hands, learn a trade, not build up that wasn't an issue. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I think what we're asking is, how can somebody not see their child becoming this person?
Yeah. And the partner. It sounds like the partner was also completely shocked by this information.
Exactly.
And so how do you have somebody who's so close to you? Because I guarantee, parents still love their kids, even if they have disagreements with them.
Oh, trust me, I know. Absolutely.
You're still close to them.
And you're still protective of them.
There is a silver thread that connects you. You are bound in your souls to these people.
But they're your kid.
They're your
part
child.
Of you.
They are a part of you, literally a part of you. And so the idea that yes, they might be far away, but you still have this sense of your kids. And you're still, they still live relatively close to each other. They're doing, so he's still... And if he were that far away from his parents, I've been thinking about this. If he were that far away from his parents and they weren't communicating, I don't think his dad was the one that he would run to right away and say, hey, Dad, I've done this thing. That to me actually speaks to the closeness of their relationship.
Yeah, when all else fails.
When all else fails, you go to your parents, and then they also go to a local pastor that they had a family friend connection with.
Thank goodness.
So this is not somebody who's completely alienated from everybody in his life, because the actions don't speak to that. And so that's where I'm going well, what? And we don't know all this, and we'll play more of this audio in just a second. But I've been trying to figure this out these last few days as I've been watching this story. What happened to this guy in this very short period of time, where 1 minute he's living his life, next minute he's jumping off the roof after having just assassinated somebody in front of thousands of people, including his family members. Right. That to me, there's just a middle ground there that they haven't explained yet.
Well, yeah, and there's I'm sure the more information this is a lot of information to be revealed. Like you said, they gathered so much evidence so quickly.
Yeah, what is it?
And
days, just a couple of days.
Due in large part to the fact that the assassin reached out to his family. His family, and we talked about this last week, made the painful decision to do the right thing.
Impossible.
And cooperate fully with authorities. His partner cooperating fully with authorities, even though the shooter himself has stopped cooperating. I don't
think he ever cooperated.
No, yeah. He cooperated with his family and their pastor. And
they turned him in.
And that led to
he
things
not
being
to commit suicide.
Expedited quickly as far as information gathering that allowed to these charges to be filed. When someone alienates from their family because of a life choice, as the shooter obviously did, alienates his family, drifts apart from his family, then you turn to these social media support groups and channels.
Dark.
They're dangerous. It's insidious.
Yeah. Dark and dangerous.
Soulless.
They're looking into that too. You've read all those stories about the groups that he was involved in. You have people who are posting. The FBI is investigating this right now. You have people who are posting ahead of the Charlie Kirk shooting, who were saying something big is going to happen on this day. Those same accounts then the day after said, look at that, just as I predicted.
Yeah, everybody loves
Did they have foreknowledge of what was going to happen? These are all connections that the FBI is trying to trace right now, all these different threads. And do you think this is going to be the only charge in this case?
Only charge against
only charge, or do you think there's more people involved?
I can't begin to speculate. As far as, was he a lone shooter?
No, I think he was a lone shooter, clearly. But
was there a support group that was egging him on or rallying around his intent?
Well, they had foreknowledge that it was going to happen, and they didn't do anything. I mean, there's certainly they have people in these groups celebrating after the fact, having also said something ahead of time. That to me would suggest that's a heck of a coincidence if they didn't know anything.
Well, there's these networks that is that the dark web? Is that I'm not familiar with the vernacular.
The Discord community that he's speaking to on one of them is a gamers. It's a gaming
public
community,
right? Okay.
I've used Discord in the past. It's
do you find it to be dark and insidious and to this degree, or was this?
I would say that it's probably. I didn't find it to be that.
Okay,
but these are what you make of them.
Well, exactly. You get the algorithms that feed you or what you tune into, follow.
And you're joining groups with people who if they're of a like mind, and you guys are of the mind that you're hating on somebody for their political beliefs.
Yeah,
that can be pretty dark pretty quick. Yeah. And you're also getting, and this is the thing, and we'll talk about this later in the show. But like every parent, this scares the heck out of every parent because. Sure. When you are handing your children, in some cases, or you can't stop an adult from getting it, but when you're handing them access to these groups who don't love them or have their best interest, they might have an idea of their own, and they might be using somebody as a patsy to go out and do things because they think this is a weak-minded individual who can be suggested upon, and maybe they end up doing things. Yeah, I'm not saying that's what happened in this case.
I'm sure it does happen far too often in these environments. Plus, the fact, I mean, when you've estranged your family,
sure,
because of your life choices,
you find a community that accepts you.
Exactly.
Then you feel like you want to go. Then you want to defend that community,
even toward your worst instincts and actions.
Let me play a little bit more of this roommates discussions with the FBI. This is Utah County Attorney. County Prosecutor Jeff Gray.
Text exchange then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry."
Wow.
Roommate, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering." Roommate, "Why?" Robinson, "Why did I do it?" Roommate, "Yeah." Robinson, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." Roommate, "How long have you been planning this?" Robinson, "A bit over a week, I believe."
This is interesting too. I mean, you see the roommate who's obviously talking with the FBI and working with the FBI. Yeah. I wonder how fast after these text messages are happening did they have contact with law enforcement about this? Were they the one that reached out? It's my understanding law enforcement reached out to the roommate, and then the roommate started talking about this. Uh-huh. I wonder if that's part of the reason that the roommate is discussing so openly with law enforcement.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's. I mean, that's all just questions that I have.
Sure,
I don't know. Sure. I don't know the timeline of any of this. That's all just speculation. All right, we got a lot more coming up. That's amazing audio, and I got to say, a pretty fast resolution to a massive news story.
Oh, this is, yeah.
Oftentimes, we don't see stories like this get this amount of information.
No. All the parties involved, outside of the shooter, everybody involved in his world was more.
And law enforcement
willing.
has just been super on top of things here. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We will be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino.
Now that's how you do it.
He's going left side. He's got some blocking. He turns upfield. He's down inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks!
We're all in a good mood this morning because of all the great sports action yesterday.
An impressive road victory in Pittsburgh earns the Hawks their first win on the season.
I mean, taking care of business. What'd you say?
Yesterday's game gave me more hope in what we can do as a team. I love this.
The 12s hear the Hawks right here on KIRO Newsradio on 97.3 FM.
Hey, when I needed some work done on my roof, there was only one company to call, Valentine Roofing. Hey, it's Jake Skorheim here, and that's what I did. I called Valentine Roofing. They went the extra mile to get there fast. They got my roof looking like new again. The scheduling was seamless and easy. I've told you guys this a bunch of times, and I cannot drive it home enough. I didn't even have to be there. They came, they fixed, they disappeared. They sent me a link, and it had all the pictures and video from the visit, and it was fantastic. My roof, the only way that I knew that they were there is because my roof looked like brand new again. They fixed the problems. They did everything that they asked, that I asked them to do, and then they were on their way. If your gutters are sagging, clogged, or pulling away, you have to call Valentine Roofing. Those leaves and needles and branches, they will fall. The rain is going to come. I know it's beautiful out there today, but that weather's coming. Fortunately, Valentine Roofing makes knocking out that fall checklist stress-free. And with zero-down financing for most projects, you can get the work done now and you can pay over time. This fall, give your home the Valentine it deserves. Check them out online at valentinерoof.com or call 206-ROOFING.
G. Scott here with Jonathan from DUI Heroes to tell us how the legal team at DUI Heroes treats new clients.
What we always do is recognize the human being behind the charge and treat them the way we would want to be treated. All of us take care of you together through the entire process.
People make mistakes. If you or a loved one has been accused of DUI, call DUI Heroes and speak to a lawyer who will listen and be there for you. DUI Heroes can help you. Call 1-800-DUI-HERO or DUIHeroes.com.
Have you stopped to think about how you feel today compared to, say, 10 years ago? Are you noticing changes? Less energy, slow recovery, trouble focusing, maybe even weight gain? What if you could turn back the clock and feel stronger, sharper, and more alive? At Longevity Medical Clinic, we help people do exactly that. For over 3 decades, we've been helping thousands of men and women find out what's really going on inside their bodies and take action to feel better and live longer. With advanced diagnostics and personalized hormone and supplement plans, we uncover what's been holding you back and show you how to optimize your health. Our patients often say, "Now I finally understand what's happening and what to do about it." Take the first step today. Call 866-86-YOUNG or visit lmclinic.com to schedule your free consultation. Longevity Medical Clinic. Feel better. Live longer. Let's do it together.
Hey, I want to tell you a sellwithwes.com success story. Wes Jones knows how important your home sale can be for your future plans. So when he got a call from Susan in Federal Way, he was eager to step up and help her sell her home of 25 years.
Her house was her biggest asset, and this home sale was super meaningful for her. So she's like, I know that I'm leaving money on the table in the condition that it's in. Like, what can we do?
I told him up front that I did not have the time or finances to do what needed to be done. And he immediately jumped in with, well, I do.
He told her about their Listing Boost concierge service.
And we identified probably 4 or 5 major things.
It just was all so fast. They did everything.
I'm a son of a builder, and I've done a lot of flips over the years. So this is work that we actually like to do. We are seeking this out.
And I would just tell anybody, here's his phone number, give him a call. He'll take care of it.
So if you're in the market to sell your home, do what Susan did. Check out Wes Jones and his team at sellwithwes.com. Sell with Wes, a better way to sell your home.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on OpenSignal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. Charges announced against the 22-year-old man accused of killing a conservative activist last week.
Prosecutors in Utah will seek the death penalty in the killing of Charlie Kirk.
I do not take this decision lightly.
Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray says Tyler Robinson has been charged with aggravated murder. He says Robinson's DNA was found on the trigger of the gun used to kill Kirk. The conservative activist was gunned down last Wednesday as he spoke with college students and died soon after. Matt Piper, CBS News.
A judge has dropped 2 state terrorism charges against Luigi Mangione, the man accused of fatally shooting United Healthcare's CEO last year. He is still charged with second-degree murder. He made millions of dollars doing it, but now a federal wayman faces up to 5 years in prison for selling stolen merchandise on the Internet. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lindsay explains.
Prosecutors say the 53-year-old and his partner ran We Buy Gold, Silver, and Electronics in Burien, where they bought stuff stolen from local retailers, primarily over-the-counter medications and health and beauty products, then turned around and sold that stuff on eBay or Amazon.
He'll be sentenced in December. A man in his 20s is hospitalized in critical condition after an Amtrak train slammed into his SUV in Sumner yesterday. Carmen Palmer with Sumner Police says security video shows the man driving around railroad crossing arms.
Always respect the safety of a railroad crossing. Whether you can hear or see a train or not, they're coming fast. They can't stop.
The driver was the only person in the SUV. Repairs are underway in Federal Way, where a car smashed through 3 fences, a deck, and a hot tub. KIRO 7 TV's Eric Thomas spoke with a couple who lives there.
Thankfully, everyone is okay after the crash, but David says the driver only missed the kids on the swing set next door by 2 feet, while his dogs, Moose and Sterling, were startled. The foundation of his deck taken out, his gazebo and hot tub, essentially total losses.
My wife predicted this a few years ago. She said one of these days somebody's going to come through this fence.
David is also upset with how authorities have handled this incident and believes it deserves more than the reckless driving citation that was issued.
Screen legend Robert Redford has died.
I'm Bob Woodward of the Washington Post.
Redford in All the President's Men. He starred in a string of movies in the 70s, began directing in earnest in the 80s. He founded and launched the Sundance Film Festival. Robert Redford was 89. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 138 points. NASDAQ's off 5. KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. Linwood to Seattle pushing 25 minutes. It's crowded from Northgate all the way to the convention center. North 5, though, has totally cleared out. We have minor backups at the First Avenue South Bridge, where we just had a bridge closure for marine traffic. We're back to letting vehicles drive over now. North 405 still crowded through the Renton S-curves. Renton to Bellevue, 15 to 20 minutes. South 405 starting to fill in through Factoria. Bellevue to Renton is still looking good at 15 minutes. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, it's wide open, taking just 25 minutes to drive that full length. And Tacoma to Olympia, same story, wide open, taking you 35 minutes. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunshine with highs in the mid-80s. It's 75 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, I saw this story This is a local story. We covered this, I think, at the time. Do you guys remember when somebody was breaking into local celebrity and athletes' houses?
Absolutely.
Stealing stuff?
It kept happening again and again and again.
Yeah, Macklemore was one of them.
Julio Rodriguez was one of them. Richard Sherman was one of these guys.
That's right, Richard Sherman. Yeah. I forgot.
Apparently 10 different people. There was a ring.
There was a thieving ring.
Yeah.
As often happens.
And they got their guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the story takes a turn for the what the.
They got it. This is confusing, and I'd love somebody to please on the text line 888-973-5476 explain this judge to me. I do not understand this. Let me give you the details, and then you can explain the craziness. A 29-year-old, this is from KIRO News. I'm going to read you just a little bit of this. 29-year-old Seattle man with a significant criminal history for burglary and assault has now been formally charged as the ringleader, allegedly, of the aforementioned crime spree that Spike and I were just talking about. His name is Patrick. Help me with this last name, Spike. Maisonette? Maisonette?
Yeah, I believe.
Sounds French. Yeah. Although this doesn't feel like a French crime, does it?
No.
But the name sounds French.
No, yeah.
Patrick Maisonette did not say much when he just appeared before a judge. He's charged with 10 counts tied to the robbery of all these different folks that we just mentioned, including Ichiro Suzuki, Cy Young winner Blake Snell, Richard Sherman, as we mentioned, Macklemore, as we mentioned.
Louis Castillo.
Yeah. Also, he was involved apparently in a burglary of a Bellevue jeweler. A lot of stuff. Obviously, this is a guy that you would want to watch, and you'd want to, make sure that he's not going to go out and do this stuff again. So, listen to this. He was facing charge. The prosecutors alleged that Maisonette, who was already facing different charges, cut off his electronic home monitor before committing most of the crimes that we have just discussed. And now he was back before a judge. Prosecutors were seeking a $500,000 bail. The judge reduced it to $5,000, and he allowed Maisonette to be released on bail with an ankle bracelet.
Right.
Now, again, this guy already has a history of cutting off ankle bracelets.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Does this make any sense to you?
The judge says they dropped bail from $500,000 to $50,000 because it was 24 hours. They would always know where he was with an ankle monitor.
Unless he cuts it off.
But the judge said something, and I'm reading the story from KIRO News, and he said
and we have some audio of this, too.
Oh, okay.
Should we play
from
the judge?
Yeah, play him. I can't do it justice.
King County Superior Court Judge Shaw. Here's what he had to say about releasing this guy.
The Constitution requires bail shall be imposed on every case except for capital murder cases.
The prosecution had asked for $500,000 bail.
He's talking with Chris Daniels over there at KIRO.
And yet he was sent home on a $50,000 bail with an ankle monitor. What's the thought process there?
The judge is looking at the factors of the circumstances of the case, what's alleged to have occurred, also looking at when the incident's alleged to have occurred.
He's accused by the prosecutors of being a danger to society, a violent man who shows no remorse.
It's always hard. I think the court is balancing individual rights and the safety of the community.
In a certain respect, it doesn't make sense that he was allowed to go in and out of custody and then go home on a home ankle monitor.
Well, I think there's always the hope that people have the capacity to change their behavior.
When you wish upon a star. I'm thinking, does the judge think he's going to put a little cricket on this guy's shoulder to tell him right from wrong and stop him? Hey boy, don't be cutting into that bracelet. Don't go into that rich person's house and do more burglary.
That's actually a really good idea.
Right?
They should train a tiny cricket.
Something, maybe a robotic
to live
cricket.
on this guy's shoulder.
In a little top hat.
Yeah.
That can just whisper in his ear, right from wrong, good from bad.
Like a little conscience.
Right.
To be his guide.
Right.
Absolutely. Yes, they should do that. Because the ankle monitor is not working.
Well, I can see if a guy saws off an ankle monitor, he's going to take his little robotic cricket and throw him in a jar. Drop into the sea somewhere.
Step on him.
I mean, come on, Your Honor.
What is this? So here's what Shaw said. In this case, listen to this. He was asked why, given the nature of the 2023 allegations and history, including cutting off the ankle monitor, that he was given the option of home monitoring with an ankle monitor. And this judge replied, I think there's always a hope. We just played a little bit of this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's always a hope that people have the capacity to change their behavior.
Right.
We know there's lots of science behind young brains, and they have the capacity to change to improve their lives.
Yeah, but you want to get them between the ages of 6 and 18, not when they're already committed.
Listen to the low bar.
crimes.
Listen to the low bar that this guy's setting here. In this case, he complied with the orders for 6 months.
Okay.
Does that
brain fixed?
Question for you. Does that excuse it? So if I'm reading this correctly, he's saying for 6 months he didn't cut off his ankle monitor, and then he did, and then he committed all these crimes. But before that, Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah. I mean, I got to admire the optimism of the
Why
judge
do you admire
here.
that?
Well,
Don't say things like that,
hold on.
Spike. It gives them plausible deniability that they're doing the right thing. This is not the right thing.
Oh, I'm not saying he did the right thing. I'm saying
you read the rap sheet of this guy. You saw what he's been locked up for.
Yeah.
This is a possibly very dangerous person.
Well, when you weigh, because he said in here, you weigh the well-being of the criminal with the public safety. You have to weigh these two.
Yes.
I don't think they need to be weighted equally. I think when you talk about public safety, okay, that's got to get a little more thumb on the scale for me than just the well-being of the criminal involved here. I get the optimism that everybody gets a chance to change their life.
You cannot discount the fact that he's already been given this opportunity once.
Right. And
then did everything we just talked about after he had already been arrested and granted bail and home monitoring with an ankle bracelet where they claimed the Department of Corrections is going to be watching this guy super tight 24 hours a day, which is the same thing they're now saying in this case again. It's so laughable because he cut it off in the first place, which is how he was able to go off and rip off all those people.
Yeah.
It's like a joke, and I don't understand why these judges are willing to put their faces out there and try to defend this. This makes no sense to me. Wouldn't he be laughed off the bench?
I'm sure.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I'm sure there'll be a review of this judge's sentencing
No,
policies.
there won't.
Absolutely. There's got to be.
There will not be. There will not be. He'll be celebrated in King County.
No. Wait, I'm not going that far. I think this is clearly horrible judgment by this judge. Ironically enough, I don't think he's going to be celebrated for being lenient on this guy that goes out and commits multiple additional offenses. I don't think it's going to be so.
You watch this.
They may sweep it under the rug.
It will be.
They may do very little to correct his course of horrible decision making.
There's no repercussion for these judges who do this.
Sure,
Nobody
there is.
steps in and says, "Hey, you know what? You've been making some bad decisions on the bench." We should go and find news stories that would back up that claim.
Where they impeach judges for a series of horrible decisions.
Not just impeaching them. You don't have to fully impeach them, but you could step in and say, "Hey, you know what?
We're taking you off the field for a while.
We're gonna
put you on the bench." Ironically enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to get there for you. You were going right there. I saw you were going right there.
Oh, he added it up faster than I did. No, but you're totally right. He needs to be put on the bench. He needs a timeout for like 20 minutes.
Send him into the minors. Traffic court. What's the word? Let him rehab into minors.
Send him into traffic court. Right? That is a perfect.
Send him down.
You don't want to ruin his career.
May get called up later. You never know.
But you do want to highlight, if this guy is putting these guys out, think about what would have happened if somebody had gotten injured when this guy cut his ankle bracelet off and he went into one of these homes. In many cases, you had wives and children at home.
We had the Richard Sherman tape where the family's in the house calling 911 with kids.
Macklemore's kids are asleep in their bed when this guy, ringleader, according to all the stories, they go in there and they're ripping him off. What happens if somebody from his family is standing between this guy and safety? What do you think is going to happen?
Imagine the worst, and it's not. You're not far from the truth.
And then you have a judge just saying, you know what? These young people, they can always change their ways. Which I believe in.
The young brain is developing.
I believe in if they haven't already shown that they don't want to change their ways in cutting off ankle bracelets.
In your late 20s with a career of crime, you are who you are. Who you are.
I tend to agree with you.
These guys had they tased one victim and jumped him and stole all his stuff on it. They've already resorted to violence.
They're already showing that they have capacity for violence.
Yeah, you're here.
Time out, Judge. Time out. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. Bear back.
The Northwest's trusted news source, KIRO Newsradio.
Police in Federal Way are investigating what appears to be a car explosion.
KIRO Newsradio's Luke Ducey is live from the neighborhood.
I can't tell you enough how crazy this scene is here.
Coverage you depend on.
A massive police presence in Kent.
From voices you know and trust.
We have an active fire inside one of these buildings here.
KIRO Newsradio on 97.3 FM, the app, YouTube, and your smart speaker.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
So what'll you have today? Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry?
When it comes to picking ice cream, there are lots of choices, and they all look and sound so good. Choosing a Medicare plan is a lot like that. So many options, all sound good. But if you pick a plan that's not right for you, there can be serious consequences. Hi, this is Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man. Open enrollment season is right around the corner, and you're going to be inundated with advertisements encouraging you to choose this Medicare Advantage plan or that one. Maybe the best choice for you is traditional Medicare. To make an informed decision, you need to do your homework. The Insurance Commissioner's Sheba program has a free Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit to get you started.
This is Insurance Commissioner Patty Kuderer. Our Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit has a checklist of 7 easy steps to help you decide which Medicare plan is right for you.
Order your free toolkit today at insurance.wa.gov. That's insurance.wa.gov. Or pick up a copy at your local library or senior center. Then go get an ice cream.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet? RV wins! Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach? RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 55 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Are you happy with how you're feeling these days? Are you slowing down physically or mentally? Ever wonder what your life will be like 10 to 15 years from now? Most of us don't really know how we're aging or if we can even do anything about it. But here's the truth. Knowledge is power, and that's exactly where we start at Longevity Medical Clinic. We run advanced diagnostics to find out what's really going on inside your body, and then we create a personalized hormone and health optimization plan designed specifically to help you live better starting now. Our patients are often amazed by what they discover in their blood work, and even more amazed at how quickly they start to feel like themselves again. This isn't guesswork, it's science, it's personal, and it works. Take the first step today. Call 866-86-YOUNG or visit lmclinic.com to schedule your free consultation. Longevity Medical Clinic. Feel better today and every day after that.
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
Homes are sitting, but the bottleneck's about to break. Set yourself up for success by working with the Novak team. Mike Novak guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If not, he sells it for free. Go to meetthenovaks.com. That's meetthenovaks, NOVAKS.com.
If you've been considering upgrading your siding, now is the perfect time. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. In the Pacific Northwest, moisture is the enemy. Old failing siding leads to hidden water damage, rot, and mold. State Roofing and Exteriors is a James Hardy preferred contractor with over 55 years of siding expertise. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com to schedule your siding inspection today. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need.
All right, welcome back to the show. If you guys want to comment on anything we're discussing, you can always hit us up on the text line, 888-973-5476. Lots of thoughts on that judge we just discussed. I do not understand that one. That makes zero sense to me. Giving that kid, I call him a kid, giving that man bail and an ankle bracelet to get out when he was only out in the first place because he cut off his ankle bracelet and then did a bunch of crimes, according to the stories allegedly. Anyway, lots to talk about still. Can we slow it down a little bit so our blood pressure doesn't fly over the mark here?
I think that's
Spike?
a great idea.
Let's talk about the Washington State Fair.
Oh, awesome. Rides, critters, fried food.
Fried foods.
Oh, deep fried anything.
Fox 13 had a story about this. I could have told you this anecdotally. This is not a Washington State Fair problem. This is a all small fair and local gathering problem.
Okay.
Things are getting expensive. They're very expensive. I don't know, and maybe these numbers are not surprising to you. These were I consider these expensive, but there's a lot of, we have a lot of high rollers in the audience. You guys might think this is cheap. But they did a breakdown, and they were talking about what it costs to get into, in this case, they're looking at the Washington State Fair. They were also, I know from recent experience going to local little small town, little carnivals and stuff.
Yeah.
Most towns do those during the summertime.
Well, we did the Evergreen up in Monroe recently, and that's no cheap ride either.
It's not cheap, yeah. So Fox 13 broke this down, and they said for two people to get into the Washington State Fair, it was $62 plus parking at the gate. And then they broke down the food costs. 2 meals and 2 drinks was $70.
That's unreal.
3 rides for 2 people, and 1 dart game. $60.
Holy cow!
Just like a ton of money. Were you surprised by some of these prices, or did these?
I'm a little surprised. 2 people, 1 meal.
Yeah.
3 rides in a game to get in park. 200 bones.
That's 45 minutes of experience.
Right. I don't know. There's a lot to do and walk and see, and there's most of the fair is exhibits.
Go catch the 4-H stuff.
Sure,
absolutely.
That's all
you don't
great.
Have to pay for that.
But if you want to,
smells are free.
You're taking the kids. You know how many 3 rides for the kids? Good luck. You're the worst dad on the planet.
They said that for a family of 4, including admission parking, some food, and a few rides, and I think they're being very cautiously optimistic here with a few rides, you can easily exceed $300.
Oh, sure.
That's a lot of money for a family of 4. You're talking about like with young kids. Times are tight right now.
Yeah.
Groceries are expensive. Gas is expensive. It's a very expensive state to live in. That's a lot of money. We were recently at one of these, and every single game that the kids wanted to play, every game was $7
a head per person.
Per person.
Yeah.
And the best you could hope to do is like maybe you walk away with like a tiny little, 10-cent cheap thing from China, trinket.
Yeah, yeah.
And if the kids didn't walk away with something, they'd be devastated.
Mm-hmm.
And $7 a game. I think it was $8 per ride. And they did it, you buy a ride ticket is $8, so you can get a sheet for, get 3 rides for, $20 or whatever the number was.
Did they offer the wristbands, the unlimited use wristbands?
Yes, which Washington State Fair does as well.
Yeah.
Those are not cheap.
No, I was just on the boardwalk of my youth last week when I was back in Maryland, Ocean City, Maryland. The boards, right? Same. It's a carnival. It's games. It's throw the darts, shoot the water into the clown's mouth, pop a balloon, win a prize.
Yeah.
Those are all like $7 a game to walk up and play a game. Same number. The wristband, the unlimited ride wristbands, $130 per kid.
You know what's crazy about that? that is more expensive than Disneyland for a child. You can get into Disneyland for just shy over $100.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You're not getting that amount of value going to one of these fairs. Think about that. No, I mean, I know there's a lot of expense getting down to Disneyland.
Sure.
All the stuff.
Getting
and
to
that's
the fair.
Just the ticket.
What are you getting a gallon these days? Getting the fair ain't cheap either. It's not a trip to Disney, but
that shouldn't be a
fun is not cheap anymore.
It shouldn't even be close to comparable on price. But
what's the best free fun? What's the best cheap fun out there?
Go throw a football in your backyard.
There you go.
Disc golf, right?
Disc golf's great. I highly recommend disc golf. All right, we got a lot more coming up. There's an owl dive bombing people. We'll tell you about it a little bit later. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Your favorite Seahawks gear? Check. Face paint? Check. The Mike McDonald preview on KIRO Newsradio? Check.
We want to win the game.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald joins the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel, in the final interview before every Seahawks game. Friday mornings, the Mike McDonald preview, only on Seattle's Morning News.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the guys' spirit.
This is where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
we meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
Upgrade your home comfort and save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. With great savings plus free financing on heat pumps, water heaters, generators, and more, our award-winning team has what you need to stay cozy this chilly season at a cost you're comfortable with. Voted best in the Pacific Northwest, we're honored to be your dedicated home comfort company since 1957. Call Bob's and save today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Crawl space and attics are not places you want to spend much time, but many homes in our area can have serious issues behind the hatches. Hi, it's the owner of Crawl Pros, Richard Herron. For years, you've heard us talking about how we go where you don't want to. With our free corner-to-corner inspection to keep your crawl space and attic well insulated and free of mold and water. You've also heard about the pest control division of our company to keep your home bug and critter free. I'm excited to tell you about our newest division, Plumber Pros. Plumber Pros takes the same customer-first approach to plumbing that we do with our crawl space, attic, and pest control work. We've handpicked skilled plumbers that I know you'll feel comfortable inviting into your home. So next time you run into plumbing issues, from leaky faucets and clogged drains to full home repipes and sub pump installations, call Crawl Pros and we'll get our plumbing division, Plumber Pros, out to get it resolved. For anything related to your crawl space, attic, pest control, or plumbing, call Crawl Pros or visit us at crawlpros.com.
I saw her texting coming up to a stop sign, and so I saw the accident coming, and she T-boned us.
In the blink of an eye, Crystal's life changed when she suffered a severe spinal injury.
The pain was something I had never experienced before in my neck. I got massage therapy. I saw a chiropractor. I was prescribed muscle relaxers so I could sleep. I got depressed. Nothing was relieving the pain.
Drugs, sleepless nights, and depression. Sound familiar? I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist. At Sound Pain Solutions, our treatments include high-dose laser combined with spinal decompression and other comprehensive therapies to rehabilitate damaged discs. We use treatments that are non-surgical, FDA-cleared, drug and pain-free.
I was able to get off my pain medicines and I was able to sleep through the night. And that was what I was desperate for.
To learn if you're a candidate for our treatment, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Utah authorities are charging 22-year-old Tyler Robinson with aggravated murder in the killing of Charlie Kirk.
I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty.
Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray, CBS's Anna Schechter on some of the new evidence authorities are analyzing.
He actually lingered in his vehicle right by the campus as police were racing up to the roof, and they realized which sort of direction he ran in, and they were following his track. He stayed right there. He was thinking, I want to go back and retrieve that gun.
He will appear virtually in a court hearing this afternoon. Scott McFarland reports questions about the case also came up during a congressional hearing with FBI Director Kash Patel.
Well, there have been some Trump supporters who questioned just how impactful this FBI investigation was if the father of the suspect turned the suspect in. Patel has been making a number of media appearances in the last 24 hours where he has touted the speed with which this case was closed, which may run counter to the criticisms that it was a father who turned in his son as much as a manhunt that led to this arrest.
The Treasury Department will stop issuing paper checks for tax refunds, Social Security payments, and most other government programs, as Stacey Lynn reports.
More than 5 million people still get them in the mail from the government. They're mostly seniors, people with disabilities, immigrants, and others without bank accounts. Advocates for them are worried they may not get proper notice until a payment doesn't show up. But the Treasury Department says it began mailing beneficiaries information about the change in July, with instructions about alternate payment options.
President Trump has extended TikTok's shutdown deadline for a fourth time after reaching a framework deal with China. CBS's Jolene Kent has more on the arrangement.
The tech giant Oracle is part of a group of companies that would allow TikTok in the U.S. to continue operating. According to sources, the structure of the final deal is unclear, but it will include multiple firms. There's no word on what level, though, of involvement there will be from Chinese companies.
Allison Keyes reports the deadline is looming for a government spending bill, and one focus of the negotiations is health care.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer warns that some 24 million Americans and small businesses will see skyrocketing health insurance costs if Congress doesn't extend Affordable Care Act tax subsidies.
On average, premiums will increase a shocking, 93%, almost double.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he's open to discuss extending the subsidies, but not as part of a government funding deal.
And checking the numbers on Wall Street at the closing bell, stocks finished lower. The Dow off 125. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The latest on an alleged assault in a city-sanctioned homeless camp. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. Hey, we're looking good around here, so I'm going to update you first on a travel alert in eastern Washington approaching Clay Elum. Eastbound 90 near Golf Course Road. Roadwork has the freeway down to one lane. Right now, we're seeing a 7-mile bumper-to-bumper backup starting in Easton. North Bend to Ellensburg has a 1-hour delay. It's taking you about 35 minutes just to make it through this backup. This work is scheduled to wrap up around 4:30. And this is daily through Thursday, starting at 8 a.m. Closer to home, Linwood to Seattle, 20 minutes. You're crowded from Lake City Way to the Convention Center. North 5 slows as you approach the West Seattle Bridge. And southbound 405 slow through Factoria. Belvedere Renton is at 20 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. Charges are expected tomorrow against a man suspected of assaulting a 5-year-old child at a city-sanctioned homeless camp in Seattle. Casey McNertney with the King County Prosecutor's Office says that man is in custody.
Asked for a high bail, $750,000.
we're thankful that the judge agreed with that.
Both the suspect and the girl live at Tent City 3. A Tent City resident who initially called police reported the child was 9, but the girl's mother confirmed she is 5. An arrest and murder charges now in the stabbing deaths of 2 women in Burien last week. Douglas Wagner with the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says Marvin Ortiz Montesinos killed his girlfriend and then attacked her roommate who tried to stop him.
The girlfriend received 20 plus stab wounds. The roommate experienced 40. This was a pretty horrific murder.
The suspect, who was found injured outside the women's apartment building, is due in court tomorrow. The man accused of burglarizing the homes of Seattle area celebrities pleads not guilty to 10 felony charges.
Prosecutors say 29-year-old Patrick Maisonette broke into the homes of stars like Macklemore, Ichiro Suzuki, and Mariners pitcher Luis Castillo, even pepper spraying people inside. Maisonette was arrested last month and is being held on more than $2 million bail. Investigators say surveillance and cell phone data helped crack the case, with some stolen items recovered from a South Seattle jewelry store. Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Hundreds of Seattle high school students walked out of classes yesterday demanding the district drop plans to switch to 2 lunch periods. The district tells the Seattle Times the change is necessary to make sure students have adequate class and meal time. Students say having 2 lunches disrupts clubs and other social activities. The Mariners are first in the AL West. KIRO 7 TV reports their odds of winning the division is close to 68% now. Was it a spell cast by a witch on Etsy that's giving the team an edge, or Cheetos in the broadcast booth, or is it...
Everybody grow mustaches!
Maybe it's the mustache power. Whatever it is, guys, just keep it going. The M's meet the Royals in Kansas City this afternoon. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunshine with highs in the mid-80s today. It's 75 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News. It's the all-new Jake and Spike Show on KIRO Newsradio.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 packed hours to go. You're not going to want to miss a second of it. Join us on YouTube if you guys are not already participating on YouTube and chatting with us on the commercial breaks. It's a ton of fun. Go to youtube.com, search KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, and the Jake and Spike live show is going to pop up for you. It's a great time. People are making lifelong friendships, and it's pretty great. You can also text us, 888-973-5476, or you can do all this by downloading the app. Download the KIRO app, and you can send us messages. You can watch video with the click of a button. You could listen to us with the click of a button. Tons of fun. People are loving it. Spike, can we talk about something? I had this kind of an epiphany last night, and I don't know if it's fair to call it an epiphany yet. Let's call it an idea. For me, just like a normal idea sometimes feels like an epiphany.
Well, you got great ideas some days.
Yeah, sometimes.
And I like that you're always looking for a solution.
Solution.
A
solution-oriented.
lot of people like to just complain about the things they see in their lives. We don't do that. That's a waste of time.
That's not what we do on this show. No. We're not going to complain about something unless we also have a solution. For instance, earlier in the show, we talked about that judge who just sent that guy back on bail, who had cut off his ankle bracelet earlier, his ankle monitor.
$50,000 bail. That means $5,000 out of his pocket. He probably just pickpocketed somebody in the lobby of the courthouse, paid the fine in cash.
He certainly could have.
Right?
Obviously, he didn't. That's a funny joke.
I'm an allegation.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
no, and he didn't do that. So, but we were saying so we're complaining about the judge, but at the same time, flip side of that coin, we had a great idea.
Yeah.
You said, take this judge, ironically, put him on the bench.
Put him on the bench. Send him down to the minors.
Little timeout.
Right?
Traffic court.
Right. And not to disparage the people of the judges of traffic court.
No, but they're not the.
I don't disparage minor league ball players
either. It's not the Supreme Court.
Right. They're not. I don't disparage minor league ball players, but up at the show, this judge doesn't. He's not ready for the show.
He's not ready for the big time. Clearly not ready for the big time. All right. So I had an idea. We've been talking a lot recently about government waste.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the two that really stand out in order that we have discussed them. I think yesterday we were just talking about how the Washington State Ferry announced last week. It obviously was kind of buried by huge national news, but they announced that the Wenatchee, which is the first converted hybrid boat here of our boats of our fleet in Washington State.
And the first of 3 they've committed to
converting to hybrid electric.
Right.
And is also the largest hybrid electric ferry in the United States. Possibly only. The largest, and they converted it at a great cost. Originally, when they went to the public and said, hey, we want to get a budget for converting these things, we're going to do 3 of them for $120 million. In and out, we're done. 40 million a pop.
Right. And that's a lot of money, but it seemed worth it for the progress.
To some.
Some. That's how they sold it to us.
To some. It's worth it to some. Certainly it was to Jay Inslee. So it's worth it to some. They say it's going to be $120 million. Like all things government, it ends up being way, way, way more. We don't even know how much it's going to cost yet because they've only done one, and they've done it so poorly that just that one boat was $13 million over the entire budget that they had set aside for 3 of these things.
Right.
And it took more than a year in dry dock, extra, all these problems.
And it's not on the water.
It's not on the water.
And it's not on the water.
Yeah, that's the biggest strike against it. It's not just the price.
Right.
You think you hate it now.
Wait, it won't get off the dock.
Wait until you try to ride it. So is that one of the best movie lines of all time?
Lines of all time.
It's like the best turn of phrase. And Eugene Levy delivers it perfectly. You think you hate it now, wait till you drive it. All right.
But it's so
But
true.
I digress.
It's so true to where we find ourselves as taxpayers in the state of Washington.
So these stupid boats, which are not going to work, and this one's not working. So the news came out last week quietly. They announced on their blog, which only weirdos like me read. They said, hey, the boat's broken again. It's not the hybrid thing, but we did do it while we were replacing the hybrid thing and converting it, but it's not related somehow, which makes this different and okay, and actually makes this better. Which, again, doesn't make any sense, but you have to think like they do, which doesn't make a ton of sense. So I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, why is it that we are just okay with them spending like a blank check for the rest of these boats? And we were saying yesterday, like, can we just, all right, you've spent your money. You don't get any more money, Like you've already, like when my kids have an allowance, and every once in a while they're able to spend some of their long-term savings. We force them to do long-term savings, then every once in a while, so that they get the joy and the positive reinforcement of seeing the benefit of that.
Right.
We let
set
them
goals.
We set a goal, and we let them go and spend that. But once they spend that money, long-term savings is gone. Yeah. That's empty. The coffers have been emptied, so we don't let them spend anymore. And why is it that they just have a blank check to spend as much as they want? Like, that's a legit question that's not answered. So that's the ferry boat situation. Let's go to light rail for a second, and then we'll get to my big idea, my epiphany, or just a normal idea, as most people call it. But for me, it's an epiphany. The light rail, which we have talked about, the ST3 originally sold to the public as $54 billion. We now know, based on 2 weeks ago when they went to the public, again, quietly on a 3-day weekend, they said, hey, it's going to be $185 billion. That's the cost. We need an extra, it was 150 something, and we need an extra $35 billion to finish it. Right. And even since then, they've additionally said, hey, you know what? If we want this West Seattle extension to actually get finished, we're going to need an additional $800 million. Crazy costs. Why is it that we're allowing that money to be spent? And where's that money coming from? That's my question. You said yesterday, like, pot committed, throwing good money after bad.
Right.
If you are sold on the idea that we're going to spend this amount, how is it legal for them to spend 3 times that amount? More than 3 times in the light rail case. Way more than 3 times in the converted ferry boat cases. And so I started thinking in my head, like, is there a way to, like, get ahead of this? Because they have now shown, if every government project, you look at Big Bertha. Look at Big Bertha.
Sure,
Good Lord.
in Boston, yeah.
When I was working for...
that was here. No, the Big Dig. Big Dig was Boston. We were Bertha.
Big Dig was just like it.
Right. 10 years behind, triple the price.
Exactly.
And that seems like a bargain. Triple the price seems like a bargain these days, right?
That would be chef's kiss.
That's in the rearview mirror for us.
Yes. Yeah. That seems like the good old days. So my question is, because they always get it so tremendously wrong,
okay,
is there some repercussion that you could write into the law that would force them to have to accurately forecast what these things are really going to cost? And I think the only way that you could do that would be if there was like something in the initiative process, because lawmakers aren't going to do this themselves.
Okay.
They're not going to tie their own hands, because as much money as they can spend, that's job security for them. They're just not going to do it. In Washington, we are one of the first states to adopt the initiative process, so that people, the power of the people, could actually change their laws directly. You don't have to leave it
right.
up to the legislators
Right.
and the lawmakers.
I mean, we vote for legislators, and they're supposed to do our will, but they get in office and seem to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And it puts the
For
power...
instance, the car tabs.
Right.
Most famous case.
Right. This puts
we
the
want
power
cheap car tabs. They
back
just
in
say,
our
nah.
hands. Yeah, we thought no.
We want parental choice so the parents are able to be notified of things in the schools. Governor just says, nah, can't do it. We're just
Right.
changing that. So my question to you is, and again, I need some legal help from somebody out there who actually knows about this stuff. Is there something that we could do in the referendum process, in the initiative process, where we could say that, and I'll be generous. I'm going to be really generous here. I'm going to say that if you have a big, giant public works project, like a Bertha, like a light rail, like a hybrid ferry conversion,
Yeah.
you get a budget that everybody agrees to. I'm not even going to say what the budget has to be. It's lawmakers will agree to the budget.
Sure. They do. They have to. When they start, they got to have a number.
Yeah, absolutely. I would hope so. I mean, it doesn't really matter in retrospect. Who cares? They just throw it away.
That's the point, yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to fix here. So you give the lawmakers the ability to set the number, and they're going to get bids on things, and that's fine. And then if they go over by a certain percentage, we just say, well, that's it. You just can't have any more. The cookie jar is closed. Your hand has been slapped. You're not allowed to have any more. So let's say the ferry conversions. Perfect example. You have been given and you promised for $120 million that you could convert these aging ferry boats and turn them into hybrid electric. That's what you said that you could do for $120 million.
Okay.
You have shown that you've done one for $133 million. All right, well, that's it. You're done. You can still go and attempt to buy new boats, but that's a whole new round of legislation that needs to happen. That's new funding that needs to happen. Otherwise, you're just giving them a blank check, and I don't understand why we're giving lawmakers blank checks.
I hear you.
And I
like where you're going.
So the repercussion process is if you spend more than a certain percentage of the original budget over, like let's say we give them a 100%, which is pretty generous. We're going to give you a 100% bonus coverage. So in the ferry boat case, we're going to give you $120 million. You can actually spend as much as $240 million. Now, they're going to spend way more than that.
Okay.
They're going to spend way more than that.
Given track records, yeah.
But if you spend more than $240 million, somebody's got to get fired. And you're not going to be able to spend any more money. I want to see some people lose their jobs because they're very bad at this. Is that possible? Can we do something like that?
Yeah, and I'm amazed that you doubled their budget. I was going to say, cost overruns happen. Materials, labor, all these things happen.
But not 100% cost overruns.
I was saying let's tie it to the rate of inflation or the rate of material costs, whatever.
They could never do that.
They can't do that.
Yeah.
And then it
3%
Then it comes to a matter of efficient use of federal funds, of taxpayer funds.
Yeah.
And that's always been the underlying cancer in public projects is the willy-nilly bottomless pit in somebody else's pockets. You got the octopus arms going in every pocket in the state.
And you know what? The 100% number over that I just gave would be so much cheaper for us as taxpayers. Think about the light rail. Think about if somebody said to them, you know what? You've told us $54 billion. We're going to give you 108.
Right.
But anything over 108 can't happen. We would have just saved $85 billion.
How do we get so far? What I want to know is how do we get so far over before we know we're over?
Because there's zero accountability. Nobody
shouldn't
cares.
It be like every week? I mean, my house, we get a budget every payday. You come in. Where you at this month? What are you doing? I don't wait 2 years
100%
to figure out why we're double, triple the money we had allotted for this project.
You're absolutely right. That would be a great question for somebody like Sound Transit,
right?
For Dow Constantine, who's running things.
Yeah, that's the guy now.
Dow, you're getting paid. What is he making per month? We figured this out. He's got $450,000. He's getting 12 paychecks. Was that like $37,000 a month?
Well done, quickly.
$37,000 a month. This guy's getting paid. He can't tell us where that money's going. And how much money they're spending monthly.
And if you don't,
what's your nut? What's your monthly nut?
Boom.
And if you don't know what that number is, you get fired. Maybe that should be what it is. If you can't tell us exactly where the money's being spent every single month, and if you go over your budget, you're fired. Like if I hired somebody to build my house, and they came and told me, you know what, God, it's a nice house. Yeah. I'm excited you're getting the house. Unfortunately, we underquoted you. It's going to be double the price. I'd fire that person.
It doesn't work in business. You got to build it for what you're in a contract.
Yeah, you think
build
that person,
it for what you said.
Would they ever get hired to build another house?
No. Be out of business.
Out of business in a second. So we need somebody who's good with the initiative process. If that's even in this realm, I don't even know if that's where something like this happens.
Well, I think That's a great question. I know the initiative process puts it to the voters. We got to come up with a plan, a formula for public works projects, a formula that takes into account cost overruns, labor overruns, material overruns, factors in an acceptable.
Give them a cushion.
A cushion.
Give them a cushion.
But also puts in place elements of and levels of accountability.
Yeah.
Regularly scheduled intervals of accountability. And if you blow this, you're done.
You're done.
Project's done.
Project is done. No more building.
Right. And retain. When you build, don't you have retention? You hire a guy to do a job, you hold back 20%, 10%, whatever the going rate of retention is.
Yeah. You get that money upon completion.
Yeah.
Some of it, at least. I mean, that's their incentive to do a good job, so they get the entire contract's worth.
Right. Or you throw that away.
We're literally having conversations now. I know we've taken a long time on this, but I think it's worth talking about. We're in conversations now where they're talking about not even sending the light rail to places like Everett, who's been paying for it for decades, to places like Tacoma, who's been paying for it for decades.
That's the sacrifice we'll make?
You have the Mayor Harrells of the world coming out and saying, hey, you know what? The most important thing in the world is we get this West Seattle extension, which is originally going to be a $1.5 billion. Now it's $8 billion.
4 miles of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Take a bus. That's what I would say. Take a bus. That's like a new swear word for me. Take a bus, buddy. That's what you should be doing. You don't get more track. $35 extra billion is so offensive to people. That number cannot even be conceived by the small mind of which most of us have. $35 billion is so much money.
Unfathomable.
And they just write it off like it's a nothing. They just say $35 billion extra dollars, that's what we're going to need, which puts the grand total at $185 billion. Who gave you $185 billion?
That's like 7 Seattle Seahawks franchises. If I maybe I'm wrong with the numbers. I think $5 billion is a going rate of a really successful
the $35 billion.
Successful sports franchise.
Exactly.
You think 35, an extra 35, like it's nothing.
And at least that's making money.
Right.
The light rail is just like burning money, and then we'll continue to burn money. So what? 1.5% of the population gets to commute by train?
Yeah.
How? Like, that is a legit question.
What if they all came from your direct commute, so they weren't in your way?
Well, then I'm fine with it.
Only people from Snohomish County
that would
and
make
the city.
That would make me hypocrite.
Right,
so I would have to say no.
I hear you. You're thinking of the other people.
But the bottomless pockets, I don't understand that. There's got to be a cap, and I don't know why they don't have a cap. And there's got to be a penalty when you try to burst through that.
And you don't get there if you have these levels of interval accountability.
It's just complete incompetence. That's what it is. It's complete incompetence, and nobody is fired. Show me one person who's been fired.
Right.
Somebody comes to you and says, hey, you know what? Egg on my face, boss. Like, what did that conversation look like, by the way, when they went to Harrell or whoever they were reporting to? Dow Constantine, I assume it was. They said, Dow, embarrassing.
Right.
Got to tell you something.
Whoopsie. Yeah.
The numbers are not quite lining up. All right, how much do you need, Dow says. Dow says, what do you need? You need extra, it's like a movie scene. Somebody's reaching into the pocket. It's like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation.
Right,
and he says, I need a few bucks. And he goes, oh, okay. He starts reaching out his pocket. And he goes, I need about $10,000, whatever the number was.
Right back in.
It was ridiculous. Puts it right back in his pocket. Dow's like, what do you need? Like, oh, we need $35 billion.
Well, good luck out there. Hey, wow.
We'll just take it.
What
we'll
a number.
Just take it.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's you can't keep going on. It can't keep going on like this.
Of course.
I mean, and you're right. It's the ferries. It's the light rail. It's everything.
Any project, name any project, and it's well in excess, like multiple X times, whatever the original number was. Yeah. So there's just got to be some way to just put a little bit of a brick wall there, so they can't push through it.
I mean, voting out these folks isn't enough.
Well, you can't do that in Washington State. I thought about that, but you can't vote those people out because they don't get voted out. Washington is a one-party state. It's never going to change.
Yeah.
It's only going to be this way. It's been this way for 4 decades.
And if you do vote them out, they've got these cushy jobs with the people that they help make rich by spending our money.
Yeah, they're just going to be replaced by the next in line. 100%. Yeah. So you need something legally to tie these people to the stupid decisions that they're making.
Public shaming always works, man. Walk naked through the streets, we'll throw rotten fruit at them. Worked in Game of Thrones.
It did. You're right.
It did.
Absolutely.
No, Cersei didn't change. I don't know.
She didn't change.
No, maybe
she was also very fit, so it's like kind of. I think she was happy to do it. All right. Should we talk about other stuff next?
Sure.
You know what we can't talk about?
What?
Can we talk about Robert Redford for a couple minutes when we get back?
I would love to.
That guy passed away. What a career that guy had.
Yeah.
You and I both pulled clips from our favorite Robert Redford movies.
Yeah.
I want to discuss it. And also from the audience, text us 888-973-5476. What's your favorite movie he was ever in? And tell us why. We'd love to hear it. All right, we'll talk about that next. Stick around.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
KIRO News Radio is right there with you.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
On your smart speaker before you head out the door.
We continue to be in recovery mode on northbound I-5.
Watch live on YouTube or the KIRO News Radio app.
Newfangled idea of having to see the people while they're talking.
The office, the gym, wherever you are.
Get on the YouTube channel. The whole gang's there.
KIRO News Radio. 97.3 FM, powered by mynorthwest.com.
Hey, we've got Wes Jones here of sellwithwest.com. Wes, what if I'm a home seller, but I've got a unique property? Maybe I have a lot of acreage or a horse pasture or a castle and a moat or a house with some sort of unique design. Can you help with that?
If you've got something like that, I definitely want to hear from you guys. Working with unique properties is one of my favorite things to do in real estate. And the reason why is I get to utilize my full arsenal of marketing techniques. We can do aerial photography, we can do video walkthroughs, we can do actual video, we can do target marketing. But one of the unique things that I can do that other realtors don't is some of the access to other media that I can advertise your properties in. The local blogs, Seattle Times, King 5, all of my properties have been featured on programs like those.
That's Wes Jones of sellwithwest.com. He sold a ton of unique properties and he can sell yours too. Sellwithwest.com, sellwithwest.com, a better way to sell your home.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Upgrade your home comfort and save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. With great savings plus free financing on heat pumps, water heaters, generators, and more, our award-winning team has what you need to stay cozy this chilly season at a cost you're comfortable with. Voted best in the Pacific Northwest, we're honored to be your dedicated home comfort company since 1957. Call Bob's and save today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit DanielNelsonMD.com. That's DanielNelsonMD.com.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
At Olympic Hot Tub's Final Fair Savings Event, get a great deal on a saltwater hot tub and 5 years to pay for it interest-free. Enjoy the healing water of a hot spring spa from Olympic. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. Prosecutors say they are seeking the death penalty against the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray.
I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently.
22-year-old Tyler Robinson faces several charges, including aggravated murder. Charging documents allege he confessed to killing Kirk in a text message to his partner, writing, in his words, "I had enough of his hatred." Robinson is expected to make his first court appearance next hour. Turning now to the closing bell reports, members of the Federal Reserve begin a 2-day meeting deciding on a potential interest rate cut. CBS's Jill Schlesinger has more.
It is widely expected that the Fed will lower interest rates by 1/4 percentage point. Economists and analysts say that it is more likely that the Fed sees the risk of the job market deteriorating as a greater threat to the overall health of the economy than tariff-induced inflation.
Costco is recalling some bubbly because of something going on with the bottles. CBS's Matt Piper explains.
Costco is recalling bottles of store-brand Prosecco because the bottles could shatter without warning and even when left unopened. The retailer is warning members who bought the Kirkland sparkling wine between April 25th and August 26th that the product poses a glass explosion risk. Costco says it's sending letters to affected customers. It says they should wrap any unopened bottles in paper towels and place them in a plastic bag before disposing of them to avoid any risk from shattered glass. Matt Piper, CBS News.
The recall affects 12 states. Washington is not on that list. A Seattle sports bar for women and LGBTQ+ fans says it is expanding. Rough and Tumble announced it's opening a second location in Columbia City next month. The first location opened back in 2022. On Wall Street today, an up and down day ends lower. The Dow lost 125, S&P down 8, NASDAQ lost 15 points. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 1:32. Here's Nate Connors.
Hey, thanks, Aaron. Seattle Sports has the update. Around here, we're looking good. It's east of the mountains where we have issues heading into Clay Elum. Eastbound 90 near Golf Course Road. Road work has the freeway down to 1 lane. Right now, we're seeing an 8-mile bumper-to-bumper backup starting in Easton. North Bend to Ellensburg has a 1-hour delay, taking you 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's taken right around a half hour just to make it through this backup. This work is scheduled to wrap up around 4:30, and this is daily through Thursday, starting at 8 a.m. Around the Puget Sound, we're looking good. Linwood to Seattle, 20 minutes. You're crowded from Lake City Way to I-90. South 405 is now heavy through Factoria. Bellevue to Renton is a 20-minute drive. And Tacoma to Olympia, just a half hour wide open. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Forecast brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Seasonably above average temperatures today, highs in the low to mid 80s. Also windy, a red flag warning in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. Some gusts in the foothills could range in the 30 to 45 mile per hour range. Right now, 81 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. We got some sad news of a Hollywood legend who passed away today. Robert Redford passed away at the age of 89 years old. I did not realize he was 89. I guess he's been around forever.
Because he was, 89 years. Sorry, too easy.
You're right.
Because he was still very vibrant, still very active in his life.
Yeah, do you think he looked young? Do you think he still looked young? I mean...
He didn't look 89. He did not look 89.
I would have said like...
80? 70? Well, 75? I mean,
80 still seems like an insult, but it's true. It's true.
Well, he didn't look 89.
No, he didn't look 89.
And he didn't look probably 75. He didn't. I
think it's easier to say he looked a decade younger than he was.
Easily.
That's still 80.
Plus, guys have it unfairly. The guys age better.
What are you talking about?
Guys age better than women.
Sophia Loren?
Have you seen her lately?
No.
Oh my gosh.
She's 90.
She's on
my list of old people who aged well. I haven't seen her lately.
It's not. Anyway.
Well, she's 90 years old.
Okay. I hope I get somewhere close to that number. My point being, Robert Redford, he's still getting leading man roles in his 80s.
I guess
women don't get that.
Nah, he was
women in their 40s.
What are you talking about?
Women in their 40s you want to play the mom in this movie?
No, but once you get past a certain age in Hollywood, if you're still working, like look at Jamie Lee Curtis is on the screen right now. That she gets a ton of roles.
Yeah, but
she looks old.
She's not playing the love interest. She's playing the love interest's mom.
No, I understand, but I don't think Robert Redford's playing a love interest, right? Unless it's
I will say in Freakier Friday, she is kind of a love interest.
Okay,
there you go.
Well, fair enough. Then I stand
Chad
corrected.
Michael Murray has the hots for her and has since the first movie came out.
That's confusing.
That's just troubling.
What was that movie with all those old ladies? 80 for Brady. Remember that?
Yeah, but
a bunch of old ladies.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so here's a question for you.
I hate everything about that movie. The old ladies and Tom Brady. So move on.
Tend to agree with you.
I'm sorry.
Tell me, who do you guys think are the best looking old people out there?
Took a turn.
I mean, like, because Robert Redford, he had an amazing career. We can talk a little bit about that.
He really did.
A ton of great
really
movies.
Did. I think Helen Mirren has aged incredibly well.
I just saw a movie with her recently, with her and Pierce Brosnan. Where they're like they have like a Thursday murder club, I think it's called.
Okay.
And they solve cold cases as old people in an old person solve. Yeah. How old is Helen Mirren? Can you look that up, Laura?
She's got to be 70, some high 70s, right?
Let's say 75.
80.
80.
Wow. See, right? Good for her.
That's pretty good.
Good for her. Getting back to the late Robert.
Martha Stewart, 84 years old.
Yeah. You're right. No, you're right.
She's not bad looking for 84.
No, she uses turmeric and orange rinds.
Is that what she uses?
I don't know.
She uses a lot of sass. That's how she stays.
Whoops up something or rub on her face.
All right, let's go back to Robert Redford for a second.
Man, where do you start?
You and I both have clips to talk about with Robert
I got to say, though, when I was a little kid, my grandparents, we would spend a lot of time with my grandparents, my brother and I, when we were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. My folks were, young couple with children.
Everybody leaves them with grandparents.
And Grandpa and Grandma took us to the movies all the time. I remember seeing all these beautiful, wonderful cinematic of the 70s, one of which was Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Classic.
When I was I was 6 at the theater.
Yep.
So wow, those are movie stars. Robert Redford and Paul Newman are movie stars, right?
They had some special movies in the 70s.
They really did.
The
Sting.
The Sting. So great.
Seriously. But with Redford, he could do anything. All the President's Men. That, the movie about the Nixon administration. No, not Whitewater. Richard Nixon. Whitewater was Clinton. I'm way older than you. All the President's Men was the Pentagon Papers.
Wasn't All the President's Men? Wasn't that?
Was the Nixon administration.
Wasn't that the Whitewater or the White?
Watergate.
That's not Whitewater. I'm sorry. Watergate.
Yeah. I got you. But Jeremiah Johnson. You ever see Jeremiah Johnson?
He
plays a man who goes into the wilderness alone.
I haven't seen Jeremiah Johnson. I've seen pictures of him looking like a scruffy-faced, woodsman. I assume that's the one.
You ever see Brubaker?
I don't know if I've seen Brubaker.
He reforms. He goes to a southern prison that's just like corrupt as all get out. This northerner comes down.
No, I have not seen that.
It was a brilliant actor. Brilliant.
3 Days of Condor. 3 Days of the Condor. That was great. What was the other one? Oh, Spy Games. You see Spy Games?
Spy Games.
With him and Brad Pitt.
Games. Yep. Oh,
he kind of passed the baton to Brad Pitt a little bit.
Yes. He was the senior guy at the agency,
but also as an actor, like Brad Pitt kind of carried the torch that Robert Redford carried.
Great call.
Like a handsome, light-haired man.
I think your pick signifies that. With a river runs through it, right?
Yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah.
Do you want to play some of these clips here that we have? What's your favorite Robert Redford movie of all time? Like the epitome The one that just gives you the warm and fuzzies.
Oh, I don't know. I love Spy Game, as you mentioned. I picked one of the lesser knowns for me.
Okay.
Last Castle.
Last Castle.
James Gandolfini.
Do we have audio? Oh, here we go. I got it here.
James Gandolfini plays a kind of a whacked out warden of a military prison. And Robert Redford, a fallen, decorated military hero, is sentenced to this prison, and he basically takes over for the good. And I put a little clip of a monologue from that movie together for me to highlight his
This is
work.
Redford from Last Castle. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Audio-wise, here we go there.
Some may think to be remembered in this way will be a disgrace to a soldier. But this is not a disgrace. The greatest monuments to fallen men are not made in marble. They're deep in the sea, deep in the jungles, on foreign battlefields. A rifle driven into the ground with a helmet on top and some tags. And that is the tribute that this man has earned.
He's got a beautiful voice for narration.
Oh, right?
Beautiful, which actually plays right into mine perfectly. One of the movies that I think is just fantastic. He's not even in the movie; he directed it, but he's all over the screen. You know, with the touches that the directors. That's what they do. So he directed a movie called A River Runs Through It back in the I want to say it was probably early 90s.
92.
Yeah, 92. And Brad Pitt stars in the movie. He was fantastic in the movie. Tom Skerritt, locally here, is in the movie. He's great. And there is a scene at the end of the movie where you have this older version of this guy who's fishing in the river. And, if you haven't seen the movie, it's all based in Montana, and a river runs through it. It's a huge character in the story, and everything that their lives revolve around happens in this small little town near these rivers. And he's sitting there and he's fishing, and Robert Redford, and it's all based on a book. The book's actually really great, by the way, and it's tragic. The reason the author wrote the book originally was as a way to try to understand his own son's early death.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that until a few years ago.
Wow.
And when you watch the movie like that, it is a completely new level of melancholy as you're watching this film play out. Anyway, Robert Redford narrates at the end, and it's beautiful. And this is one of those movies that I go to anytime. One, I just love it, and so I just love to watch it. But I do feel like anytime life feels crazy or hectic, or if it feels overwhelming in ways, family gets busy, the world gets busy, you have all this news coming at you all the time. This movie captures what it feels like to be in a small town in Montana in a different era where the problems were much more local instead of this giant, all this world stuff coming at us. And it just slows it all down. So I just want to play this clip here.
When I am alone in the half-light of the canyon, all existence seems to fade to a being with my soul and memories, and the sounds of the Big Blackfoot River and a 4-count rhythm, and the hope that a fish will rise. Eventually, all things merge into one, and a river runs through it. The river was cut by the world's great flood and runs over rocks from the basement of time. On some of the rocks are timeless raindrops. Under the rocks are the words, and some of the words are theirs. I am haunted by waters.
Oh, so great. He will be missed. Yeah.
He dedicated his, the Sundance Film Festival, Sundance Foundation, dedicated his notoriety, his platform. Independent filmmakers, storytellers, stories about he was an environmentalist, and to that movie, A River Runs Through It, he used cinema to let people know how valuable our natural wonders of this world, of this country in particular, are.
Yeah, it's
just
big
wonderful,
talent.
wonderful.
Real big talent.
Such a loss.
Hit us up with your favorite Robert Redford references. I would love to know them. We might even make it into the text messages at the end of the show. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital Common Sense Lending.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor. Hope you can join us tomorrow morning.
We've told you about a push to bring AI to the classroom.
Denise Gosnell is the author of Tech Confidential and a co-founder of an AI startup. She's going to give us some insight into navigating AI as a parent.
Sully, of course, has traffic every 10 minutes.
Mariners on the road to the playoffs. We'll have the highlights from Kansas City.
5 to 9, Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Folks, the rainy season is on its way back. I know it's hard to believe today, but trust me, it's coming. It's time to protect your home now with the help of the pros at Integrity Roofing and Construction. Years of experience in roofing and restoration, their skilled teams deliver exceptional craftsmanship, whether it's a simple roof repair or a full renovation. Integrity offers free estimates, and their customer satisfaction just speaks for itself. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Schedule your free estimate today. Call 206-202-ROOF. That's 206-202-ROOF. Or visit them online. Check out the reviews, integrityrc.com.
You know that cartoon of the three-eyed fish swimming in polluted water next to a nuclear power plant?
Yeah, classic.
I used to think that was real, but I just learned that nuclear energy waste isn't some glowing green goo. It's actually used fuel rods from nuclear reactors that made electricity.
Wait, so no barrels of leaking sludge?
No, solid used fuel rods are safely stored at all the nuclear power plants in the U.S., including the one in Richland.
So the cartoon fish isn't real?
Not even close. Learn the facts about nuclear energy and used fuel at energy-northwest.com.
Ooh, ma. What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm, I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacies, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99. And we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Have you heard the saying, chuck in a truck? The guy running a roofing company out of his messy pickup? Well, here's the scary part. Washington doesn't require a test or experience to be a licensed roofer, and they definitely don't require a brick and mortar location. Chuck could be working out of his apartment with 0 employees, hiring random guys off the street. Yikes. And the SBA says 90% of roofers are out of business within 5 years. Jim here, Chief Roof Nerd at RoofSmart, where we do things right. We have a real location on Central Avenue in Kent and a team of 50 full-time roofing pros who actually know what they're doing. We're not some fly-by-night outfit. We've put down roots, or in our case, a cement foundation, so you'll always know where to find us. No disappearing acts, no cut corners, just top-quality work from people you can trust. That's RoofSmart. Come see for yourself, or call us at 206-487-4877, or visit us online at GetRoofSmart.com. That's 206-487-4877 or GetRoofSmart.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Open enrollment for Medicare is coming up. Are you ready? Herb Weisbaum, the consumer man here. Get organized early with a Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit from the Insurance Commissioner's Sheba program. Order your free copy today at insurance.wa.gov.
Homes are sitting, but the bottleneck is about to break. Set yourself up for success by working with a team that doesn't just set up your listings and let it sit. The Novak team creates a marketing strategy that's hands down proven successful. Mike sold over 1,500 homes and guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If Mike doesn't get your home under contract within 21 days, he sells it for free. That is no commission for Mike. Go to meetthenovaks.com. That's meetthenovaks, NOVAKS.com.
All right, welcome back. I saw the story, and we've highlighted this specific game a number of times on the show, but I think it speaks to a larger conversation that I think parents should be having, like really, really aware of and having with their kids about any game they play online, because this is just the worst possible story for parents, this Roblox story.
Yeah, I saw the story.
New York Times had this breakdown. Go
Are
ahead.
these the kind of games that have multiple player,
yes,
remote location games?
Yes. So
that's where to me, that's where the danger comes in.
Absolutely.
You don't know who's on the other side of the keyboard.
You don't know who's on the other side. You could be letting a monster into your house.
And far too often we see stories that you have.
And you think about how personal that is with a lot of people who play these games. You're putting on a headset and you're kind of tuning out the real world, and you're totally diving into the gaming world, which, believe me, I've played games and I've used headsets. It's a lot of fun. It's totally immersive, especially the games nowadays are so immersive. I mean, literally, it's like you're in a whole different world.
Yeah. And it's getting better every day.
It's getting better every day.
Virtual reality is insane.
But the people who are trying to get access to your kids are why parents need to be vigilant. And this story, New York Times had this story, and it really struck home because it has to do with the world of Roblox. And the title of this story, listen to the title of this story. This is at the top of the New York Times, said he made a friend on Roblox. Their relationship turned sinister. That should send chills up any parent's spine. And what happened was, I'm going to read you a little bit of this. In December 2023, Ethan Dallas texted his mother, Becca, that something was weighing on his mind. Quote, "I'm sorry. I feel so bad about myself. I feel like I'm worthless," the 15-year-old wrote. Think about that, 15 years old. Oh, that breaks my heart. "Promise you won't get mad if I tell you," he asked her. Dallas took Ethan, who was autistic, to a Denny's near their home in San Diego. There, he made a confession about Roblox, his favorite video game, which he had played since he was 7. Years earlier, a Roblox player who said that he was a child named Nate had messaged Ian. The two became close, playing online together every day after school and chatting late into the night. Nate eventually showed Ethan how to disable some of Roblox's parental controls. Their conversations turned sexual and moved to the messaging app Discord, where Nate demanded that Ethan provide explicit photographs of himself. Ethan complied after Nate threatened to publicly share their conversations. Ethan began having anger fits, his mother said. The outbursts were so intense that in 2022, she and her husband put him in a residential treatment center for a year. You think about that. This is a kid who would have been, 12 at the time? 13 maybe? In April of 2024, 4 months after telling his mother about this experience he had on Roblox, this kid killed himself. This is way too common. We see stories like this all the time. Right. It's too depressing to talk about them all the time because it's just awful, but the thread is the same in all of them. You have kids who are playing in a space. The mom said in this article, she says, "I could not believe it." She thought that Roblox was, quote, was a children's game. And it's not. And that's the problem, is you have these bad folks who are disguising themselves, wolves in sheep's clothing, who are coming in and saying, "Hey, I'm a kid too, let's chat." And then convinces them to do this. And the problem is these companies are so massive and they're so huge. They're not incentivized to like take this problem very seriously. And even though they claim, like Roblox recently had to come out and was part of other cases like this, came out and said, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to introduce new parental controls so that parents can sign up for their own account. And once you do that, then you can put your kid's account underneath the umbrella of yours. And then the parental controls are something that you're going to have control of. And you will always know everything that kid's doing in Roblox. Except that in this case, the kid was taught how to turn those parental controls off.
The deviant player in this entered this kid's life and taught him how to beat the safeguards that Roblox put in place.
The scary thing is this is a new phenomenon because of the online gaming world. Really, it's a new thing. I mean, they've had it for a number of years now, but back in the old days, if you took your kid to the place where kids spent their time would be outside in a park. Mm-hmm. And if you saw an adult who didn't have kids sniffing around that park, every parent in the park, their hackles go up.
You bet.
We've all seen it. Yep. Where you see people out there who look like, I don't know, maybe they're homeless or maybe they have a drug problem. Maybe they're not even after the kids. They're just nearby.
Right. And sometimes they look clean as a whistle.
Sure.
Those are the most insidious ones. They're pretending they're little kids in these games. He made friends with this young man.
They can hide in plain sight.
Yeah.
And this family paid the ultimate price for that.
What's the solution here?
Keep your kids off these games. 100%. These games, my wife and I are doing this. We've talked about this many times. It doesn't, there's no amount of fun that they're going to have on the game that's worth the consequences of what can happen when things go south.
I hear you. I couldn't agree more.
So go outside and toss the football around. Build a puzzle. Do something else. Why do you need to be playing these games?
And if you want to play games that aren't closed, that aren't open to the public, to multiplayer from remote locations, because you don't know who's in the room.
You just don't know. Absolutely. All right, be vigilant. We got a lot more coming up on the show. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Your favorite Seahawks gear? Check. Face paint? Check. The Mike McDonald preview on KIRO News Radio? Check.
We want to win the game.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald joins the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel, in the final interview before every Seahawks game. Friday mornings, the Mike McDonald preview, only on Seattle's Morning News.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the guys' spirit.
This is where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Hey, I want to tell you a sellwithwes.com success story. Wes Jones knows how important your home sale can be for your future plans. So when he got a call from Susan in Federal Way, he was eager to step up and help her sell her home of 25 years.
Her house was her biggest asset, and this home sale was super meaningful for her. So she's like, I know that I'm leaving money on the table in the condition that it's in. Like, what can we do?
I told him up front that I did not have the time or finances to do what needed to be done. And he immediately jumped in with, well, I do.
He told her about their Listing Boost concierge service.
We identified probably 4 or 5 major things.
It just was all so fast. They did everything.
I'm a son of a builder, and I've done a lot of flips over the years. So this is work that we actually like to do. We are seeking this out.
And I would just tell anybody, here's his phone number, give him a call. He'll take care of it.
So if you're in the market to sell your home, do what Susan did. Check out Wes Jones and his team at sellwithwes.com. Sell with Wes, a better way to sell your home.
It's G. Scott. School's back and it's rally time. Time to rally around the campaign to keep kids healthy. Kids need fruits and veggies to grow strong and stay focused, but for families on tight budgets, that's not easy. Safeway and the Washington State Department of Health have teamed up and need your help. Every dollar you donate at Safeway checkout helps families in need. And with SNAP Produce Match, they get twice as much for the dollar. Next time you're at Safeway, please donate to keep kids healthy.
GLP-1 weight loss medications are powerful, but without medical oversight, they can also be risky. At Longevity Medical Clinics, we don't believe in shortcuts. We believe in real medicine, real monitoring, and real results. Our GLP-1 weight loss program is personalized to your biology with lab work, ongoing adjustments, and medical professionals guiding you every step of the way. Here's the truth. These medications can suppress appetite and help you lose weight. But if no one is monitoring your heart, your blood sugar, or your overall health, you could be putting your body at risk. That's why we test, track, and fine-tune so your results are safe and sustainable. If you're serious about losing weight and you want to do it the right way, Longevity Medical Clinic is here to help. We combine the power of modern medicine with the confidence of medical oversight so you can focus on feeling better, stronger, and healthier. Call 866-86-YOUNG or visit lmclinic.com to schedule your free health analysis. Longevity Medical Clinics.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Prosecutors in Utah announced 8 charges today against 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, accused of killing Charlie Kirk. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray said the charges include aggravated murder, and he will seek the death penalty. The evidence, he says, includes a note to Robinson's roommate.
The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it."
Robinson is due to make a virtual court appearance this hour. CBS's Anna Schechter.
The purpose of the hearing today, according to officials, is to inform the suspect of the charges against him and provide him with an attorney if he hasn't retained one already to represent him.
A New York judge today dismissed the terrorism charges against Luigi Mangione, accused of killing United Healthcare CEO. Jason Ware is with the Council on Foreign Relations.
The evidence that he committed the murder of Brian Thompson in order to intimidate or coerce a civilian population were not strong. In fact, he claimed that he committed the assassination at a certain time of day and using a certain weapon in order to limit the broader coercive effect.
The state's second-degree murder charges remain in place. Israel says its all-out offensive is now underway in Gaza City. At the UN, Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
We are seeing massive killing of civilians in a way that I do not remember in any conflict since I am Secretary General.
In declaring the beginning of the operation, which could take months, Israel's defense minister said Gaza is burning. Actor and director Robert Redford has died. He was 89. He was one of the biggest stars of the 70s with films like The Way We Were and All the President's Men.
All we've got are pieces. We can't seem to figure out what the puzzle is supposed to look like.
People magazine's Nigel Smith says Redford stunned many by turning his attention to directing.
It was very unprecedented, and it was also a big risk. I mean, this was an actor who was at the height of his game in Hollywood, men in the world, known for his acting, and he really went out on a limb to direct a challenging drama like Ordinary People. But because of his command of the craft of directing, because of his talent with actors, because he himself was an actor, he elicited such incredible performance that the film really has stood the test of time and is still regarded as one of the best picture winners.
His publicist says Redford died at his home at Sundance in the mountains of Utah. On Wall Street today, stocks finished lower, the Dow off 125 points. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
An update on a disturbing case out of a city-sanctioned homeless camp. That's after Nate Connors at the Real-Time Traffic Desk.
Thanks, Aaron. Global Credit Union has the update. Let's start you out in Falls City, where we have a full closure on State Route 202, that is, between 324th and South Duffy Hill Road, where fire crews are battling a structure fire. That's a 2-mile closure. No estimated time to reopen. We're about 30, 40 minutes into this. We're starting to see volumes pick up across the region now. Linwood to Seattle is up to 25 minutes. You're slow from Ravenna Boulevard to I-90. South 405 heavy from Southeast 8th and Bellevue through Cold Creek Parkway. Bellevue to Renton is up at 25 minutes. South 405 jams up through South Center. And we've got this travel alert heading in through Easton. Eastbound 90 near Golf Course Road in Cle Elum. Roadwork has the freeway down to one lane. That's got you in an 8-mile bumper-to-bumper backup starting in Easton. North Bend to Ellensburg is a 1-hour delay. The support brought to you by Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. KIRO News Radio Real-Time Traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Charges are expected tomorrow against a man suspected of assaulting a child in a city-sanctioned homeless camp in Seattle. KIRO News Radio's Heather Bosch reports.
A 5-year-old girl disappeared from her family at a communal gathering spot at 10 City 3. Her mother tells Seattle police when the child reappeared, she complained about pain in her private area. Police took her to Harborview to be examined. And Casey McNerney with the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says officers arrested a 46-year-old man who'd been seen trying to lure the child.
Asked for a high bail, $750,000. We're thankful that the judge agreed with that.
A 10 City resident who first called police reported the girl was 9, but the child's mother confirms she's 5. Heather Bosch, KIRO News Radio.
Issaquah police say one person's under arrest after a body was found inside an apartment building following a fire this morning. KIRO 7 TV reports crews responded to reports of that fire near Cougar Mountain Middle School. Firefighters called police after finding that body at the scene. We have reached out to Issaquah PD for more information. County and city leaders went to Seattle's Little Saigon neighborhood this morning with a focus on tackling crime in that area. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch was there.
Community members have now put together a 15-point public safety action plan to save Little Saigon. King County Councilmember Claudia Balducci says now is the time for action.
You just continue to see really serious drug use, public street crime, homelessness. It is a neighborhood really under siege.
The plan includes increased police patrols, enforcement of existing laws, and a community service and safety office at 12th and Jackson. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Well, maybe you've seen their tags on buildings and public property across Seattle. Now City Attorney Ann Davison says she is going after those graffiti vandals known as Allure, Lab Rats, No Moss. Under the city's newly passed graffiti ordinance, Davison says she's seeking $40,000 in penalties and restitution. Forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunny skies today and hot weather, low 80s, well above our seasonal average for this time of year. Also, a red flag warning in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. Right now, 81 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News. It's the all-new Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 hour left to go. A lot of stuff to cover here. Big breaking news right as we started the show. The prosecuting attorney in Utah announced the charges against Charlie Kirk's alleged killer. Do we have to say alleged? I guess we still do until it's proven.
We do.
They're charging Tyler Robinson with the killing of Charlie Kirk. And they broke down all of the evidence that they have against this guy. And I'll tell you what, they've been doing an amazing job behind the scenes. It's been such a short time that they have been gathering this evidence, but in Utah you have 3 days once you arrest somebody to charge them. And
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had to make this announcement today. And so this is them talking about a few of these things. Let's jump right in on some of these charges. This is right as the show was starting, just before the show started. The parents, unbelievably, the parents in this case were the first ones to recognize him based on the images that the FBI put out to the public. Kind of grainy images, but a parent knows. You know what I mean? A parent knows.
Sure. Or at least you suspect.
And they acted on that.
And we're watching right now. We have a couple of live screens on in the studio, and just to give you guys a little background, they're doing the live court hearing right now, where he's actually in front of the judge and saying whether or not he's pleading guilty or not. And the footage that's showing him, he's in a separate room by himself on camera. Obviously, this guy is they're keeping a very close watch on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting in it looks like a bulletproof vest that you often sometimes see these guys, show up to court in on some of these high-profile cases.
Yeah.
He is in just it looks like a concrete room. I mean, just a cinder block cell. And I cannot help, as I watch this, to think about, this would be the same image that his parents are seeing right now.
Oh, dude.
And that's just, I'm just giving you the reaction that I'm having.
I hear you. No, you're not wrong.
I'm thinking about the parents who are watching this, and their world has just been flipped upside down. Kids often do this to you. They will flip your world upside down, but never in this way. Right. And their life has been flipped upside down, and they're having these dual feelings of, this was a very grown-up, horrible thing that this guy did. And at the same time, because he's their son, they're seeing this and just seeing 22 years of parenting this kid every single day. They're seeing first steps, they're seeing arguments, they're seeing hugs, they're seeing good nights, they're seeing everything. And to the rest of us, the things that he did are monstrous.
Yeah.
And to his parents, who had to turn him in, which is unbelievable. They asked him about it. He told them what happened. They then, according to the story, he wanted to end his life. They convinced him not to, and then took him to authorities to turn him in. So God bless them for making that impossible.
They brought their faith leader into the conversation as a family and helped convince this young man that the right thing to do was to give yourself up to authorities.
And my heart just goes out to these parents right now as I'm watching this live shot of him just sitting there, just dead behind the eyes, as the judge and the prosecuting attorney are reading what's going to happen when the next court date is, all this stuff, and he's just staring straight ahead. As a parent, this is like, I mean, this is near worse than death for a parent to just sit there.
It's unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
You talked about how quickly things progressed in the 3 days since his arrest, with the time window for charging him in the state of Utah. And earlier, Jeff Gray, the Utah state attorney, listed off some of the evidence that they were privy to because of cooperation from the parents, because of cooperation from his assassin's partner.
Yeah.
And they just came completely forthright, or whatever, is that the right word?
Yeah, let's play some of this.
The day after the shooting, Robinson's mother saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought the shooter looked like her son. Robinson's mother called her son and asked him where he was. He said he was at home sick, and that he had also been at homesick on September 10th. Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding an event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him the surveillance image of the suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that police suspected the shooter used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Robinson. Robinson implied that he planned to take his own life. Robinson's parents were able to convince him to meet at their home. As they discussed the situation, Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate.
I just want to point out, too, he's not cooperating with authorities, and the boyfriend that he has is cooperating. And I'm not suggesting the things that I was just saying as a way to suggest sympathy for this guy. I don't have sympathy for this guy, but I cannot help, because I have 4 sons of my own, I cannot help but feel just tragic loss for his family, who, will for the rest of their lives suffer as a result of this, and just the heartbreak that is going to be inflicted upon this family for the rest of their lives, just as it was for, and we're not even mentioning Charlie Kirk's family here, who God bless them and give them peace during this time, but the same to this guy's family. He ruined 2 families with that single bullet, and
I think he did much worse than that even. He brought this country to a point where we have become even more entrenched in our tribal beliefs and our priorities and our ideologies. Violence never is the solution it's intended to provide.
I do wonder, though, when you look back on this time, like when some time has passed, if people will look back and say, hey, you know what, this was much more of a unifying event than it was a divisive event.
We have the opportunity to go one way or the other as a nation. You're right. And
there's some outliers. There's some sick people who are dancing on the grave of Charlie Kirk's death, and they are losing jobs, and they are being revealed. They are revealing themselves because they're posting these things, which is insane to me. But yeah, I'm wondering if this doesn't have, it never has the effect. A political assassination never silences.
Right.
The idea. It just never does.
It unifies.
And so, I'm hoping that people can move forward from this. Obviously, do you want to play this clip real fast? The roommate the boyfriend talking to law enforcement.
This was the most damning evidence, I think, that the prosecutors
text messages exchanged
between the assassin and his partner.
Listen to this.
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry." Roommate, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing."
I'm going to pause it there real fast. That crazy old guy, did you see the update on that story? There was these images going around seconds after the shooting where they had this older guy in custody who was...
And with social media, there was images of him being literally grabbed and then thrown to the ground by law enforcement. Immediately
carried
everywhere.
away, literally,
and
he's all splayed out. They were carrying him away from the scene.
Shouted, "Shoot me,
shoot me." And now the word is that was intended in the moment as a way to create some sort of a distraction for the real shooter to possibly get away. And not saying that there was a connection.
Right, they weren't coordinated, but he saw what had happened and saw an opportunity to maybe help the assailant, the assassin.
That's what the news stories are that are circulating right now.
Bizarre turn of events.
The chaos the chaos after that, and the fact that they've got this guy and they've got all of this on him so quickly to have in these charging documents is amazing. Listen to this. This is where he attempted to get his boyfriend to not talk to the police. And so this is why they're also charging him with witness tampering.
Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you are all I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent.
Now, the smart thing that this roommate is doing is talking, because the only way that they can compel them after that point would be to charge them. I would imagine. I mean, if they had lawyered up, and you have these text messages exchanged, and they weren't forthcoming, and if they were still looking for him, wouldn't that be aiding and abetting?
I'm not clear. I'm not sure, but I do know. In my opinion. We're just giving you
we're
thoughts.
just speculating here.
It wouldn't be helpful to the assailant. The only way to help this troubled, broken young man is to cooperate with police and bring him into custody. That's not, harboring him, hiding evidence, obstructing an investigation. That is not going to help this kid.
And that was probably part of the consideration in talking with law enforcement. You don't want this to be a situation where he is on the run.
Right.
Those never end well.
No.
Usually it ends with them recovering a body.
Right. Yeah,
and,
especially given the proclivity that he doesn't want to go to jail. He was going to tell his parents when to take his life.
It is kind of amazing in this case. Like when you think back to Butler, so, I mean, that ended in a second, with a very quick death, and still people are asking questions about that. And then now in this case, you have somebody who clearly had an escape plan. I mean, the whole thing was we must have been researched. He didn't go to that college, so how did he get up on the roof? How did he have the equipment necessary? We heard him in that clip there that the prosecutor read, talking with his dad. He knew that there was an event coming up.
Yeah.
He must have known, let's get on campus ahead of time and look for a vantage point. He said in the text messages that he exchanged with the roommate there, or the note that was left, I have an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
And I can get back into the crimes area, the scene, and retrieve my rifle and leave no evidence behind. He said he wanted to take this secret to the grave.
His plan of escape was to die of old age, thinking that he was going to get away with this, which also speaks to his mental state. I mean, how is it possible?
Right.
But when you read all this stuff, he's not crazy. He's not saying crazy things. No. He's just a true believer in what he's believing.
He's radicalized.
He's radicalized.
Yeah,
I don't think there's going to be there's not going to be they're not going to plead insanity, right?
Hard. Who knows what the future will bring in this? But there doesn't seem the way the fact that he had a plan to escape. There was evidence there were 20-some people, I think, that I read that they were involved in the chats prior to this.
That was the other thing that you're still looking into.
Is this going to be the only media?
Yeah, is this going to be the only charge that they bring? Because there was these posts prior to the Kirk assassination that somebody said, I think there's 3 different accounts, if I read it correctly, 3 different accounts that made some sort of a reference to foreknowledge of an event happening on the 10th. Yeah. And then the event happens, and then there was posts afterwards where they are expressing thoughts about it. And does that seem like it's a coincidence? No, it doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. Yeah. And so I'm sure they're trying to figure out how to tie them, 1, 2 people removed from this guy, and maybe he was talking. I mean, he wrote down on a note for his partner to find. This is, I have an opportunity here. Who else did he tell that to in one of these group chats? And he's talking to these people right after the fact too. He's in the group chats talking with them in the records that they released, where he's making lighthearted jokes on the 10th. Somebody posts and says, "Hey, this looks a lot like you," and he jokes about it being a doppelganger that's trying to get him in trouble.
Right. Hey, somebody else jokes, "I may have to turn you in," and he responds, "Only if I get a portion of the reward money."
Can you imagine?
Party, har.
What kind of a disconnect is happening in somebody's head that they're able to make those types of jokes?
Well, that's the dissociation from reality that takes part in some of these chat groups, where they start talking about fanciful, horrific fantasies of violence and with no real understanding of what they're even talking about and the potential consequences that it has, not just on an action, but inspiring or, motivating others to take it one step further, one step further, one step further.
Yeah. It's interesting because we were talking about this earlier. Last hour, we were talking about this Roblox game and the horrible story about one of these kids who was contacted at 7 by somebody who ended up being an old man.
Predators.
Predators.
Yeah.
And then the kid grew up and was haunted by the shame and ended up taking his life. And in this case, too, you're talking about these online communities where the internet is both a fake place and a real place. It is a fake place that has real world consequences.
Yeah, well put.
And so he ends up in a situation where he's talking with people and he's getting ideas in his head, and maybe they just think that they're just talking. And then he ends up going and doing it.
Right.
So that's a real world consequence.
Present them with an opportunity. These fanciful, thoughts of violence that these groups just start amping each other up. Elevation.
That's so scary, so dangerous.
And it's everywhere in our world, man. All of our kids could be subjected to these. Not this, of course. This is horrific and an extreme example, but kids, it's the people in your kids' lives, you have no idea who they are.
Totally true. And it is an extreme example, but it's also, his family didn't seem extreme. His family seems completely normal and there's no stories of abuse as a child or any of this stuff.
Not at all, but there's this extended community that he's available to him that he makes himself a part of.
It's crazy. Keep your kids off this stuff as long as you can. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Let's get to something wholesome. Can we get to something wholesome when we come back?
Sure.
Seattle Public School students, they walked out for some wholesome reason yesterday.
I got you.
Let's discuss. We'll be right back.
Now that's how you do it.
He's going left side. He's got some blocking. He turns upfield. He's down inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks!
We're all in a good mood this morning because of all the great sports action yesterday.
An impressive road victory in Pittsburgh earns the Hawks their first win on the season.
Taking care of business. What'd you say?
Yesterday's game gave me more hope in what we can do as a team. I love this.
The 12s hear the Hawks right here on KIRO Newsradio on 97.3 FM.
Hey, I want to tell you about Valentine Roofing. When I needed my roof fixed, Valentine Roofing, they went the extra mile to get there fast. Listen, scheduling was not easy for me. I'm down here doing the show all the time, but I also wanted my roof to get fixed because the fall weather is coming, and they got it on the schedule. They went the extra mile, and they got it fixed. I didn't even have to be there, which was the best part. They sent me a link afterwards with pictures and video from the service, and now my roof looks brand new. Let me tell you what, if your roof or gutters are not fall ready, if those asphalt shingles are cracking and breaking down from years of moss, which is what happened on my roof, if your gutters are sagging, clogged, or pulling away, do what I did. Call Valentine Roofing. Don't trust your home to anyone else. The leaves, the branches, the needles, it's fall. The rains will come. But fortunately, Valentine's make knocking out that fall checklist stress-free. They'll even insulate your attic or clean your exterior of your home. And with zero-down financing for most projects, you can get the work done now and pay over time. So this fall, give your house the Valentine it deserves. Check them out online at valentineroof.com or call them at 206-ROOFING.
This hour is brought to you by Sharp Vision Modern LASIK and Lens.
Cal has hit more home runs than any catcher in the history of the game of baseball.
The Mariners are in the hunt for October, and now's the time to pack the park and bring the energy.
The look in by Brash, the payout pitch on the way, and it's strike 3 called. He got him looking.
We're electric. I feel like the fans can feel that, and we're just going to keep this going.
Absolute tracer from Julio. He has homered in back-to-back at-bats.
Keep bringing the energy. We really need it. Let's go.
Out to right field. Way back there. J.P. Crawford. Game winner walk-off fashion in the 9th inning.
This team has a lot of fight. You guys have been electric. You guys are the key to this, so thank you guys.
The postseason is in our sights. Be here and be loud. Mariners baseball. Seize the moment.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It started as a puddle.
Where?
In the shower.
Uh-oh.
Then the kitchen sink.
Started backing up?
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Clogged up.
Right. No problem.
Beg your pardon?
There's no clog we can't clear.
You're Dan.
From Apollo Plumbing.
This is going to get pricey.
How about $83?
To clear my drain?
Apollo Plumbing clears main drains every day.
For $83?
$83 or it's free.
What's the catch?
No catch. We'll even do a camera inspection.
Why's that?
It's the best way to find the cause of your clog.
And it's included?
No extra charge. Truth is, we hate clogs.
I don't love them.
Seen them all.
Ew.
I promise, there's no clog Apollo can't clear.
Guaranteed.
83 or free.
Goodbye, slow drains.
All it takes is an accessible clean out.
And Apollo gets my drains draining again.
You call, we come, it's fixed.
My heroes.
Just doing our job.
Thank you, Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Homes are sitting, but the bottleneck is about to break. Set yourself up for success by working with a team that doesn't just set up your listings and let it sit. The Novak team creates a marketing strategy that's hands down proven successful. Mike sold over 1,500 homes and guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If Mike doesn't get your home under contract within 21 days, he sells it for free. That is no commission for Mike. Go to meetthenovaks.com. That's meetthenovaks, NOVAKS.com.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Northwest homeowners, when it comes to your roof, you need a name you can trust. Techline Roofing has proudly served the Seattle area for years, delivering exceptional results and lasting security. Choose Techline Roofing. Your trust is our foundation. Trust Techline.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. The man accused of killing Charlie Kirk just made his first court appearance virtually. Sitting in front of a white wall, Tyler Robinson showed no emotion as a judge listed off the charges he now faces.
Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression.
Robinson faces 7 charges, including aggravated murder. Utah County Prosecutor Jeff Gray says he will seek the death penalty.
And it is a decision I have made independently as county attorney, based solely on the available evidence and circumstances and nature of the crime.
He says Robinson's DNA was found on the trigger and other parts of a rifle that was found near the crime scene. His next court date is set for September 29th. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lindsay now reports on controversy in a Thurston County town over the American flag at a city hall not being lowered for Kirk.
Tenino City Council member Jason Lawton tells the Jason Ranch Show on Seattle Red 770 AM the flag outside City Hall was still flying at full staff over the weekend.
My phone just blows up with text messages wanting to know why.
He says Mayor Dave Watterson told him it was because the rope was broken, but Lawton believes it was political. In a statement, Watterson acknowledges he was wrong about the rope being broken and says, quote, "I have never commented, directed, or ever even thought about not lowering the flag in some type of protest and never would." Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Eastbound I-90 is being reduced to 3 lanes across Mercer Island later this week. WSDOT's James Paulding expects long delays between Seattle and Bellevue.
Cutting through Mercer Island to avoid I-90 congestion is not a viable option and only causes further issues, and it is not a faster way.
The state is replacing an expansion joint on the East Channel Bridge. Construction begins this Thursday night. It will last at least 16 days. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk at 2:33. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Aaron, Seattle Sports has our update. Let's start out in Fall City, where we still have a closure on State Route 202, both directions between 324th and Southeast Duthie Hill Road. Fire crews are battling a structure fire. It's about a 2-mile closure. Still no estimated time to reopen. Linwood to Seattle, 25 minutes. Heavy volumes from Ravenna Boulevard to I-90. North 5 is now heavy at the Michigan curve in the downtown. Bellevue to South Center is going to take you a half hour. Pretty thick from Southeast 8th through Cold Creek Parkway. From there, it's crowded down to Northeast 44th. You'll catch a little breather and then more slowing at South Center. Southbound 167 slow in the south end from State Route 18 into Sumner. It's going to take you 20 minutes to clear this. The Point Defiance Ferry Terminal reporting a 1-hour wait for drivers. And out toward Clay Elum, looks like road work on eastbound 90 has wrapped up early. That backup between Easton and Clay Elum has already cleared out. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Pretty hot today, definitely seasonably above average. Right now, 84 in downtown Seattle, 87 Olympia, Everett up to 86. Also have a red flag warning until 11 o'clock tonight. I'm Aaron Granello, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. We touched on this a little bit yesterday. Actually, last week, too, right? This is our third day coverage.
Yeah, it broke last week.
Of this important story.
We liked the update we heard yesterday. I loved your take yesterday. You evolved on your take.
I evolved on my take. Yeah. Seattle school students are upset because the school district, Seattle Public Schools, wants to change a few of these schools that don't yet have the blocked lunch period. So 2 lunches spread out amongst the school instead of the 1-hour lunch. Where the schools are arguing, we don't have time to feed everybody.
Right. And there was these were the last 7 schools that didn't have, because of capacity, gone to split lunch periods.
Yep. And so the students are saying, hey, wait a second. We like this. We like the single long lunch. Not only does it give us an opportunity to do our school clubs, that's the time we meet for those, because we don't need an hour to eat. But also, it gives us a chance to hang out with our friends who we don't get to see that much because we're all taking, different classes or whatever we're in, and this is our time to be social, so please don't switch our lunches. And so the district, obviously had already made a decision we're going to switch from 1 to 2 lunches. And so the students said, all right, well, if you're going to force us to do this, we're just going to start protesting. My initial response to the story was, this is ridiculous, and we can all laugh at these students.
I had to grow up vibe myself going with these people.
Yeah, a little bit. And then I was thinking more about it over the weekend when I saw that they were going to do this protest on Monday and walk out. And I thought to myself, how lovely that they're walking out over something so small as lunch period. This is the world in which high school students should be focused. We shouldn't ask them to fix the world's problems at such a young age, and we shouldn't put that on their shoulders because they don't need that yet. They're going to get plenty of that after high school.
Amen.
When they get into college and when they get into the real world. But for this time, let them focus on small things, like who they're hanging out with this weekend, who's going to say yes or no when you ask them to the dance, or who you're going to sit next to at the school lunch that you want to have.
Harken back to that innocence. You want kids to be able to enjoy for as long as possible.
100%. Yeah. This feels like a Happy Days episode, right? Like Richie Cunningham gets all the kids together, and he gets the Fonz, and they figure out how to jump a shark or something and keep the school lunches.
Yeah, get the right music at the dance.
Exactly. And anyway, this is a little bit of them protesting. They marched to the school headquarters, and then they had a luncheon. This is a little bit of that sound.
What do we want? One lunch! What do we want? One lunch! When do we want it?
They kept it simple.
They need to listen to their students.
Yeah, what do we want? One lunch. When do we want it now? At lunchtime. That's what we want.
Voices.
Around noon.
Yeah, maybe 11:45-ish. I guess it's just, if it's a little early.
They kept their message simple and clean. Well
as
done.
As long as there's one lunch, anytime after 11 a.m.
Before 2.
But before 1 o'clock. So anytime before 11, after 11, but before 1 would be fine. But one lunch is the point that we're trying to make.
I love the activism. You got to love it, man. And because it's peaceful. It's focused on something they care about.
The activism I don't care about.
I like when kids are motivated to become involved, not just complaining about, they didn't ask what we thought, blah, blah, blah.
Phooey. I say phooey to that.
Okay.
No, I say phooey to that. It puts too much on their shoulders. Do you know how many political rallies I went to when I was in high school?
How many?
0.
What?
0.
I went the same number you did.
The same number. And yet, look at us. We both grew up and we know how the country works.
We were in that sweet spot when wasn't a lot going on. Maybe not you. You were actually in high school a little more active time. In my high school years, late 70s, early 80s, America was taking a day off.
I would stack the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And for me, the 90s and 2000s up against anything that these kids are going through, because that's how you felt at the time. Yeah. Everything feels to the extreme when you're in high school.
Yeah, true that.
It doesn't matter what,
Everything's an issue.
Whether it's the malaise or whether for me, we had the war in Iraq. Yeah. You tell me there wasn't a protest going on when I was in high school?
No.
There was a lot.
I admitted that. When I look at you and I think we went through similar lives.
We have similar vibe, but we're a little slightly different time.
79, 80, nothing was going on.
What?
America was tired of Watergate. Done.
79, 80, there's a lot going on.
What?
Wasn't you got Jimmy Carter, right? He's getting voted out of office.
Well, Reagan.
You got
came
Reagan
along.
stepping in.
It was a bright new day in America. It was easy. Those were easy days.
You got gas lines. People are upset about everything.
76. Again, it was my high school years were a breeze. America was a little timeout. Give yourself a little drama timeout.
Maybe the 70s was kind of a good time.
The late 70s, early 80s, that time.
Listen, any time that can give us bread.
My biggest trouble was the Clash.
If your biggest musician is bread, then that's a pretty good time. I love bread, by the way.
That's David Gates and bread.
Oh my gosh!
Don't. That's me too. That's such a guilty pleasure.
I could sing every word
Diary?
for word.
Sure, you bet.
Oh my goodness! Nobody writes songs like that anymore.
I would give everything I own.
I know.
Have you back again.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, let's do lunch.
But the lunching we like because I like that they're focused on small things. This is the purview of what high school students should be worried about.
You brought that out yesterday, and I couldn't agree more, man.
Right? Doesn't it? It feels so wholesome.
Problems they're supposed to be having.
Just like the food they're eating. It feels wholesome and good for them.
Cafeteria pizza.
Wholesome. Nutritious. What was the food? What was the food back when you were in high school? The like guilty pleasure food that you would eat.
Oh, man.
I loved some of the stuff they had.
I did too. Well, it was fast and furious, salty and greasy. It was perfect food.
Yeah.
Pizza made in a flat tray.
Sure.
Couldn't beat it.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, my brother went through school 2 years earlier than I did. I followed my older brother through high school.
Sure.
And that came with good and bad. I honestly walked in the teacher's first day. Oh, you're Kevin's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. And
see, my little brother said that after me.
I was done.
They said,
I could do.
Are you another Skorheim?
Right? Except I had a lunch lady who my brother, every day in my high school, I bought a hot dog because she put 2 hot dogs in the bun.
Oh,
because she loved my brother.
See,
and she did it for me.
These are the wholesome things.
It was great.
These are what I want kids, the innocence. They should still have the innocence, even though they're near adult time. This is their last time to be a child.
Yes.
The food that I could not get enough of when I was a kid was they had these little like apple. It's not a tart. It almost like the McDonald's little apple pies.
Sure, yeah, the hot apple pie. Yeah.
It was like a hot apple something.
Yeah,
it was like a little apple pastry thing.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
they made cinnamon rolls that are fresh baked cinnamon rolls.
We had fresh cinnamon rolls at our school too.
They're the greatest.
It was the greatest. They should have a fast food restaurant just called like school cafeteria where adults could go in and just
lunch
get
ladies.
Yeah,
lunch ladies
served by
the
lunch
food.
lady.
Oh.
Play Adam Sandler's Lunch Lady Land. All right, the district says the clubs can meet before or after. Is the district really saying no to this? You heartless?
They
heartless?
They can't. It was a logistical problem that they couldn't serve all the kids.
No, it's not about the kids.
What?
It's teachers. I guarantee you scratch this, scratch a lie, find a thief. If you look at this and you go back and find out what the schools are actually saying they can't do, they cannot get the teachers to move around their lunch schedules.
Really?
They can't ask the teachers to only take that. You watch.
Okay.
You watch. I bet you that's speculative. I don't know if that's the case, but the district says
let's look into it. Let's get to the truth. Let's dig down.
Let's find out. I'd like to find out. Yeah. All right. The students are worried about school shootings at this protest. Now, you don't want to talk about that stuff, students. Just talk about lunch. Stick to lunch. Stick to the basics. You'll be happier in life.
Time with friends, club mates.
Yeah. Club meetings.
Yeah.
Lunch with friends. Chicken sandwiches at school.
Greatest.
Apple bakes. Cinnamon rolls.
Double hot dogs. Two hot dogs on every roll, buddy.
Double hot
Telling
dogs.
you, it was the greatest days.
All right. We get your text messages coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor. Hope you can join us tomorrow morning.
We've told you about a push to bring AI to the classroom.
Denise Gosnell is the author of Tech Confidential and a co-founder of an AI startup. She's going to give us some insight into navigating AI as a parent.
Sully, of course, has traffic every 10 minutes.
Mariners on the road to the playoffs. We'll have the highlights from Kansas City.
5 to 9, Seattle's morning news.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
It's G. Scott. School's back and it's rally time. Time to rally around the campaign to keep kids healthy. Kids need fruits and veggies to grow strong and stay focused, but for families on tight budgets, that's not easy. Safeway and the Washington State Department of Health have teamed up and need your help. Every dollar you donate at Safeway checkout helps families in need. And with SNAP Produce Match, they get twice as much for the dollar. Next time you're at Safeway, please donate to keep kids healthy.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99. And we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 55 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you. Which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business. powering possibilities.
Ends 10/21/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited intro-line applied via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data and service series. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Q1 to Q2 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of, and then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, and prescriptions. Imagine a simple solution that takes just one day and provides immediate noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target those problem areas: waistline, neck, face, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. Schedule your free consultation at prosculpt.com for $250 off. For powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and you men, it's prosculpt.com.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Tired of uneven heating, noisy systems, and high energy bills? The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump from Home Comfort Alliance gives you room-by-room control and serious savings with every system, and every system qualifies for max tax credits. Call the comfort people at homecomfortalliance.com.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Thank you, Andrew.
Did your parents turn on to this band?
Oh, heck yeah.
Mine too.
Speaking of parents, you know who the song is written about? It's written about his dad.
Oh, no, kid.
Yes.
That's even better.
I know. My parents listen to the show. I want to tell you guys I love you so much. This song, good golly, thank you for introducing. Also, my life, thank you for my life, which is great. But this is great music. Give your parents a hug. If you guys are listening right now and you have parents still in your life, call them up, give them a hug, tell them you love them.
I'll call them as soon as the show's over.
I'm gonna text mine later. No, just kidding.
I'll post some on Facebook. They'll see it. They're always there.
No, I love my parents very much. All right, should we read some of these text messages, Laura?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Do you want to start today?
I do want to start. We got a follow-up. Yesterday, somebody made fun of my cardigan that I was wearing. And his name is, am I pronouncing the name right? Is it Artur? Is that how we pronounce it? Artur.
He said it's like Arturo, but without the O.
Is it Arturo?
Artur.
Yeah.
Okay. Arturo and Kent. Is it not Arturo? Is just Artur?
Just Artur.
Artur.
Let us know how he did.
All right.
I'm sure he'll tune in tomorrow.
I had to yell at Artur yesterday because he was making fun of my my cardigan, which I actually got from my father-in-law. May he rest in peace. And this is what Artur had to say today. He says, "Ha ha, y'all super butchered my name
again.
Never knew I could get grilled like that by a man wearing a cardigan.
Boom.
Joking. That's a nice gesture for your in-law, and I apologize for absolutely nothing." All right, Artur, that is a completely fair response. Touche, and I just want to say this to you.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Thank you. Keep texting in, Artur. You're one of my favorites now. Good job.
On your favorite Rob Redford movies, Heidi Everett says, "I love The Horse Whisperer. I read the book prior to seeing the movie. The book had an annoying ending, and he made the movie better than the book by fixing the ending. It's a beautiful story and beautifully filmed."
I've never seen it. I've never seen Horse Whisperer.
Guess what? Me neither.
Yeah. Laura, have you seen it?
No. Trucker Randy says the electric horseman, he let the horse go back up into the hills after being in show business.
Yeah.
Wow. He didn't only do
true?
movies about horses, right?
No, but he did he was an environmentalist and used that medium to tell people how important the environment was to him, which is wonderful.
Fernando in Seattle said The Natural.
Oh, amen.
Which I haven't seen, but I think it's about a racing horse.
No.
I'm just kidding, of course. It's a famous baseball movie.
Wonder Boy!
Yeah.
Come on! Let's see. You just keep thinking, Butch. That's what you're good at. Oh.
Yeah, good
Butch
stuff.
and Sundance. I can't swim!
A nice comment we got. Somebody from 425 says, I just want to let you guys know I love the show. You three make such a great team. I listen every day and it keeps getting better. Keep it up. Thank you, 425. That's nice. That's
we're almost at our 1-year anniversary.
Really?
Of the all-new Jake and Spike Show.
I think at the 1 year we can officially stop calling it the all-new, right? We just call it the Jake and Spike Show?
Sure.
All right.
And on hot older actors, per Robert Redford, 253 says, I hope someday we can move away from judging a person's worth by how young they look and laud wisdom and humanity.
Well, that'll never happen.
Good luck with that.
253.
In America?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron in the 253 says Helen Mirren is hot for an 80-year-old. He ain't wrong, man.
To say hot, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you have the 80-year-old qualifier. I get
Lovely.
that. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely as an 80-year-old.
You should go back, though, and you should look at, do a Google image search for, like, young Helen Mirren.
Oh, no. In Excalibur, do you know that her and Liam Neeson started dating in that movie?
Really?
Yes, and dated for years.
You want to know who he's dating now? Pam Anderson.
Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
Right?
So who's doing good?
He has a certain set
Pam
of skills. Well done.
I have a certain set of skills.
Oh, yeah, he does. On government waste from ferries to berth at a light rail, 206 says, if you're tired of our politicians spending our money like drunken sailors, then vote them out of office and put in some conservatives. Seattle hasn't had a Republican-leading mayor since the late 60s, and it shows. In another 20, 30 years, we'll be another Detroit or Baltimore.
Sooner than that. 206. It would be nice if they tried some get some fresh meat in there, some fresh ideas.
We came close last gubernatorial cycle.
Yeah. Save some money. Try saving some money. Just like for once. Just save some money for once. Eric on Anderson Island says the government does not tell you accurate numbers because you would say no when voting. This goes for national as well.
He's not wrong about that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're hiding it from you because it would be preposterous to vote for a $185 billion light rail. So they tell you 50, and you go, okay.
I can do that.
On how expensive the fare has gotten, Jess in Utah says, my boyfriend and I went to the Utah State Fair despite the dismal mood and recent events. We spent $300, half of which was food and parking. Ugh, who pays $20 for a tray of nachos? My boyfriend.
Boom.
But he was so happy to go to the fair. When I watched him excited and happy, the money doesn't matter, but geez, it was an expensive date. Maybe I'm a cheap date.
That's a lot of money for nachos, $20 for nachos.
They better be loaded.
I think one of the menu items at the Washington State Fair that I saw in the pictures, it was like a brisket sandwich was $26.
I bet it's so good, though.
It's probably fine. I mean, like you convince yourself it's good.
You pet the cow in the morning, you have a brisket sandwich in the afternoon. I'm just saying. You
They don't
want to
remove
talk
it
fresh.
surgically?
Boom.
We are out of time, guys, but thank you for listening to the show. We've got a lot more coming up tomorrow, so stick around for the John Curley Show next, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
Humanely harvested brisket sandwich. I love this.
Bye-bye.
Your favorite Seahawks gear? Check. Face paint? Check. The Mike McDonald preview on KIRO Newsradio? Check.
We want to win the game.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald joins the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel, in the final interview before every Seahawks game. Friday mornings, the Mike McDonald preview, only on Seattle's Morning News.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the guys' spirit.
This is where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Has it been hot in your house this summer? Maybe worried about the cold coming in this fall and into the winter? Might be because your insulation's just not up to snuff. That was my problem, Mike Salk here, and that's why I called Crawl Pros. They came out, they did a corner-to-corner inspection of my crawl space and attic, and they fixed that problem once and for all. If your home has any damaged insulation or no insulation in the attic or crawl space, you're bleeding money every month to heat and cool your home, but you don't have to. And even better, if you're a PSE customer and your home was built before 1990, you could qualify to receive a rebate on up to 95% of the cost to properly insulate your crawl space and attic. Yeah, 95%, but you gotta act now. Many of these rebates are ending at the end of this year, including the federal incentives. Let Crawl Pros come out and properly insulate your home before the cooler fall weather comes in. If you're worried about critters, mold, water damage, insulation, or anything else related to your crawl space or attic, call Crawl Pros or visit crawlpros.com.
I had pain, I had numbness in my feet. That pain and that numbness just got worse and worse and worse as time went on.
This is Greg describing life with neuropathy.
I went to 5 podiatrists, tried different treatments, tried different orthotics, tried different shoes, had cortisone shots in the tops and the bottoms of my feet. Saw a neurologist. All my medical doctors said, can't help you. live with the pain. You're not going to be able to sleep. This is your life. And then I just gave up until I found Sound Pain Solutions.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Our neuropathy treatments can rehabilitate damaged nerves. We use FDA-cleared, non-surgical, drug, and pain-free procedures that help neuropathy sufferers like Greg find relief.
I feel better. I mean, just feeling better is huge.
If you experience numbness, shooting or burning pains, or loss of balance, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025, or click soundpainsolutions.com.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, North.